What kind of dirty bastard uses the last piece of toilet paper and doesn't replace the freaking roll? Hey guys, we're live.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I think that'd be me.
I was gonna say, I always do that to my wife when I'm leaving for work. I'm like, gotcha, and you can't yell at me.
That is the meanest thing you could do. You're saying I am too good to replace that toilet paper, and while you are at your weakest moment, I will make you do it.
I'll put it all the way.
Good morning, honey.
So they gotta reach while they're on the toilet, you know.
No, it's even worse when you're at fucking work and you're inside of a fucking cubicle and you realize it's gone. You're like, oh my god, this is bullshit.
Right now, this morning, I stacked 9 rolls of toilet paper on the back of the toilet. Like, point made. So, not too nerdy. How you been? What have you been up to all week?
I was at PAX East, and
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's kind of tired, man. Not gonna lie, I came back like maybe 3 hours, 4 hours ago, and I had to record my vlog, so I really didn't have a break yet. So.
Oh, did you record your vlog already?
Yeah, I did. So it's already scheduled for 8 o'clock. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things at PAX East, though. Like, so whatever you guys want to talk about, I'll say whatever I saw for as much as I saw. So.
Not too dirty, you're the man, baby.
Yeah.
I'm clapping with my feet.
The gamer, you're looking pretty relaxed. What drugs have you been on all week?
Oh man, Prozac. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, I've been chilling all week, man, playing video games. We had us a nice little video game session yesterday with a couple of the Beastly Thoughts family members, and just hanging out, man, playing my Vita, playing some new stuff on the PlayStation Network, PlayStation Plus games, and hanging out with my old friend Mario. Hey, buddy, you doing all right?
But yeah, gamer finally answering the questions. Do the drapes match the carpet? That wasn't funny. Hey, God, man,
I'm not answering that shit.
What have you been up to all week, Codmade Player? This is the worst intro ever for the Beastly Thoughts.
I've been working on fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm so thrown off right now.
All right, go practice.
Oh my god.
I'm still trying to get my OBS software to work because there's like a lot of tutorials and stuff I want to do on my computer, but for some reason every time I download it and get it to work, it'll come up but something freezes because I want to make some tutorial videos. I'm working on getting an Xbox One, hopefully get it next month.
Ooh.
And waiting for H1Z1 to come out. I'm gonna probably do like maybe like a Let's Play or maybe just use clips from it. I don't know, but that game looks pretty cool.
That game does look pretty cool. Do you know the release date for it?
No, I haven't heard anything about it, but supposedly what I heard, it was supposed to come to PC first, and then they're gonna port it to the PS4.
All right, 9 to 5 gamers.
Well, it's made by Sony. It's made by Sony, correct? I thought it was coming directly to the PS4. It's
Sony Computer Entertainment, though.
Yeah, it's PC first, and then.
Yeah, it's the guys who made like EverQuest and all that, right?
And Planet Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made Planet Sun as well. So.
I used to love me some EverQuest.
9 to 5 gamers. How you been?
I haven't been up to really anything this week. I've been playing.
All right, let's call it a show, guys.
Yeah, right, it's done. It's a wrap. It's over with.
We have absolutely botched this show. Hey guys, we do appreciate this.
So we're just skipping Marco? Okay, let's get right into this.
No. 9 to 5 gamer didn't even answer his question.
I've just been playing Fez, finishing that walkthrough up, and then I don't know. I'm gonna do a video talking about DirectX 12 a little bit later on in the week. So
I saw your video just before the show started. You were talking. I can't remember what you were talking about now. I'm sure you'll remind me. But you were playing the Wonderful 101. Is that the name of the game?
Yeah. I was just talking about that. I got an Xbox One. Yeah.
That's right. You got an Xbox One.
So yeah, no, I've been checking out Titanfall for the last like few days.
Microsoft invading the Beastly Thoughts show.
Look at Marco. He's like, "Welcome to the dark side."
He's like, "Do you have a mic? Because nobody here has a mic."
I don't know. I can't even see Marco right now. He's got a blue face and a blue body, so I can't tell any expressions coming from him.
Well, Marco, how have you been? What have you been up to? Unreal Gamer.
Well, I've been kind of busy this week, through work and stuff. But I haven't posted a couple of days. But I did get something that would, cheer me up, and I got a PlayStation 1.
Oh, man, the hottest new technology. How'd you get your hot little hands on that sucker?
I don't know. No, but I'm going to show you guys an Xbox 2. I mean, a PlayStation 1. I'll show you guys PlayStation 4. I finally got one.
Oh,
nice.
I was so excited. It was $450, which I did not like, but it came with Knack. Now, Knack is a game I've really been enjoying. It didn't get too high on the ratings, but I haven't played one of these kind of games like, follow the guy with the cam and stuff, but it's very fun. I'm really enjoying it, and that's one game I'm actually playing through. So
that game got amazingly bad reviews when it came out, but everybody I've actually talked to who plays it, like every real person, has said, you know what, I liked it. It didn't deserve those bad reviews. Yeah,
I got like 52 on Metacritic, but I really liked the game. I saw myself just wanting to keep playing it, which is a surprise for me because I'm not really for campaign games, but really fun.
That's great. I'm glad that you have expanded your horizons out of the Xbox Fold. Welcome to the PS4. I don't know where I'm going with that. I need more energy.
Hey,
drinks.
go buy these things. Go buy these things right away, so your joysticks don't get clapped out.
Yeah, you gotta get those gel tabs.
My joystick still did not do that. Am I the only one? Because I see
you got some feminine thumbs.
That's because you make one move like a year when you're playing Don't Starve.
No, when I play the real games, first person shooters and stuff, I suck. Therefore, I'm pushing these even harder than I should be. And
maybe that's why you suck.
Dude, either way, it's nothing wrong with it. They're still here.
You just got them girly hands, man.
All right, so I know Beastly Gamer was talking about this yesterday, and I know COD Player was talking about it too.
Oh, whatever.
I've had this issue. Has anybody else had this issue where these thumbsticks are falling apart?
Oh God.
Yeah,
it's
frustrating.
5 different guys I know have had it happen to their controllers. Like 2 dudes from work and then 3 other dudes that aren't at work. They've all had clapped out controllers. Like the rubber's completely gone off their controller.
Once that happens, there's no fixing that. You got to send it back to PlayStation, right?
Yeah, he put a gel tab on it, to try to fix it, after the rubber was kind of gone. Yeah. And he said it doesn't even stay in place. It just spins around and shit.
You need that rubber underneath to keep it in place.
Yep.
Yeah, Sony really screwed the pooch with that one, guys. As much as I love Sony, I'm real pissed off about that. And I don't even play Call of Duty as much as a lot of you guys. But when I do play it, I'm starting to notice now it's a constant. I feel it tearing. It's very frustrating, especially when you buy a high-end piece of equipment and you play it just for a few months and your controller breaks. That's just not supposed to happen. Sony, you screwed the pooch.
The good thing is it's under warranty too, though. So that's
you can send it back. You do. I mean, in the meantime, though, you're pretty much forced to buy another controller while you wait for that one to get repaired.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to play for the 1 to 6 weeks it takes for them to return it.
That's not going to happen.
Something I don't like about the controller, the battery life is really garbage. I've been playing for about 8 hours total across the span of 3 days, and I'm almost out of batteries. I charged it all night. My Xbox One's batteries last me about a week and a half to 2 weeks before even charging it.
Yeah, and it's replaceable, so if it does die, you can just swap it out and keep going.
Do you guys have the charging the pack for the Xbox One controller? Do you guys have those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bought the Nyko version of it. I didn't buy the Microsoft version.
That one's good though, the Nyko version.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Here, I'll show it to you.
Does that one come with the charging dock for it? Oh, okay, yeah.
You see it?
Yep.
Yeah. Here, move the microphone. Yeah, it just kind of sits on top of here, and you just place the controller in, and it just starts charging it.
I usually don't play without a USB port though. I usually connect it. I don't know, because anytime I record, I'm not that far away, so I usually connect it. I don't really like the wireless anyway. I mean,
That's
I used
crazy.
to.
You're wrong and probably communist.
I'm just saying, it's a lot easier. Right? Plus, they sell I think they sell up to what, like 20 feet to furthest for a USB. So if you really need to connect it, you can't connect it far away.
Yeah.
Like, who is this guy anymore? He's a traitor, dude.
I remember the first time I played my 360, I was blown away by having a wireless controller. I'm like, now I can play with my hands under the blanket so my hands don't get cold.
Imagine how that looks when you walk
If
down
you're playing under the
BriarRabbit.
blanket.
Hey, there's plenty of reasons to keep your hands under the blanket. One of them is to keep your hands warm.
Well, we don't want to know the other ones. Pretty good.
Yeah. Good
This
show,
is a
guys.
Yeah, let's just totally get out of the gaming subject. Let's just talk about our lives and what we do under blankets.
Dude, like, I thought I was the one that's tired. Everyone else seems like they're gone today. I'm like, wow.
Well, yesterday I was up for 48 hours straight, so I felt like shit.
You up for 48 hours in one day?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's hardcore shit.
Hell yeah.
There's only 24 hours in a day. That's a
Hell yeah. No, I was up all day Saturday and today, actually a little bit today, but Friday and Saturday I was up all day. I could not sleep.
wow, man. It sucks. Were you playing any games at least the whole time?
No. I was like sitting in a corner shaking. Deep in my thoughts. No, my friend introduced me to Red Bull, and that was some good shit.
Yeah, that is good stuff.
I was sitting in front of my PlayStation 4 probably for like 24 hours straight.
This Beastly Thought Show is brought to you by Red Bull.
It'll ruin your life.
It looks like we all need some damn wings. Oh my god, we all need it. We got together, guys. Yeah, I'm leaning on Mario. So.
Yeah, at least the rest of us could be bothered to sit up.
Yeah, you're damn right. Look, I'm laying across my damn sectional, and I'm leaning on Mario. You do the fucking math. Keep it real. We got together yesterday and played some Call of Duty. It was me, BriarRabbit, and COD-made player. Had a ball. What'd you guys think about that?
That was a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun to play games with friends than it is by yourself.
I don't know. I think I made you guys laugh too much.
The last game in particular.
Yeah.
we were talking. What were we talking about? Flicking somebody in the nose?
Yeah, they never.
But flicking somebody in the
Hey, your son was flipping out, and you said you'd whoop his ass. Well, just flick him in the nose. He would not know what to think about that. He'll be thinking the rest of the whole day, like, why the fuck did my dad just flick me in the nose?
and for the guys that don't understand the inside joke, these videos will be uploaded, I'm sure. So you guys just stay tuned to BriarRabbit and COD's channel to see exactly what they're talking about. We had a real good time, though. I'm thinking that we'll probably end up making our own clan. No white pointy hats though, because I'll be in it. But I think a clan would be a really good idea. I think we dominate a majority of games out there. We did yesterday, so looking forward to that. I want to get back to PAX.
Yeah, I do too. I want to hear all about PAX.
Not too nerdy.
Now, I know this is weird. I think the most fun game that I played, I mean, first of all, I'll go over the games that I got a chance to actually made a list and stuff. So, like, Evolve was, like, the big one that's coming up soon. Below, which is like sort of like an indie game, Ultra Super Street Fighter 4, or Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
That to me, I just let you know right now, like the way, even though it's like rehashing what they did already, the fact that they changed it around, it just feels like a different game. Like it just, and there's more characters, like 4 more characters, 5. But the point is, it just feels different, like a different system. It was fun again. Like people were actually playing there. They had mini tournaments there. It was awesome. They had like Justin Wong, like different people that actually play the game, like, you know, competitively. They were there, so it was a lot of fun, that game right there. But let me start out with Evolve. Evolve is 4 versus 1, so it's 4 players versus 1 player, but the 1 player is a monster, and like the whole point is you have to get the monster to evolve, and the more you evolve, the more danger, the harder it is for the other 4 players to get you. But the other 4 players start out different parts of the map, and like they're trying to track where you are, and they meet up later, and that's it.
So they're humans, right? The 4 players, and they all start separated. They don't start as a group.
Well, I did not play the humans. From what I heard, like they're spaced out, like, but like they know where each other are, and they track, and like they all have different tasks. Each human has a different like ability. Like and that's what your goal is. Like one's like a tracker, the other one does other things, but the whole point is like your goal is to track, and you got to work together to try to get, but the thing is, the monster, there's different things with different abilities. I could be like more like a brawler. I could be from my range will be like I could spit fire, for example. So like it's whatever I choose to put the attributes to. The players
so it's like an upgrade tree.
Yeah. So the players can see what I upgraded, so they can sort of strategize what, like they know if I don't have the fire, because they see that I don't have fire, they know they could get closer, or like there's different things to strategize at how to get me and how to kill me. But it's just awesome. Like I like the one thing about when you're the monster, you can actually make them lose your tracks. Like you could pretend that you go one way, and then if you hold a button down, your tracks will no longer be found. So like you could trap them and set them up for a trap.
So the players can actually see your tracks in the ground. Like it's a graphical representation.
They'll see tracks and like things breaking down and stuff like that. But the cool thing is like, it's just cool because like they're the ones that are hunting you, and then like they can become the hunted like later on by you switching up the tables on them. So, and that's your goal as a monster, try to level up as quickly as you can and evolve. So
did you play a lot of Left 4 Dead? Because this is the same developers, right?
It feels like a Left 4 Dead, like the way it's fun, like Left 4 Dead. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna say the graphics are the best graphics, but it looked pretty good to me. It looked decent, but it's not like the most outstanding like graphics. We already seen pretty good graphics. Like we saw Infamous, and we already saw like Ground Zero. So we already seen something like that. So it's really not the best thing, but it is. The map that they showed was sort of like a jungle style map. So the map looked pretty cool, but there's supposed to be different maps and stuff. They only showed one thing though. So. And
how did it feel? Like did it feel like a first-person shooter when you were playing as the monster, or did it feel like a parkour kind of thing? Or
the monster felt pretty good, and like you feel like in the beginning you're lighter and you can move around quicker, but the more you evolved, you started realizing that it was true to its weight. As the bigger he got, the heavier he got, and it's like
so as you're getting upgrades, you're actually growing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like cool. You see the size of the monster grow bigger and bigger and bigger because you start out smaller and you literally evolve, like by killing other creatures and doing different things in the world. So you could pretty much stay away from each other for a while because that's the thing. Like it's literally a large map, and like they're hunting you, and like you're trying to just kill things and destroy things to level up to evolve.
This sounds really, really fun.
It does sound fun, doesn't it?
It's different, I think that's
so different.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that's something that you could definitely play. It's fun to play with other people. Like just.
Do you know if as the monster you can hear the chat of the human players?
See, that's the thing. There was no chat going on.
Because
it was too much going on. They didn't want to do the chat, but. They had like the players chatting, but they were right next to each other and stuff like that. I was like on the opposite side of them, and they're here, so I could sort of hear what they're saying, but like they didn't really talk about chat or anything like that. But I'm not too sure how it's gonna be. But I mean, it's pretty cool though, the way it works.
My pre-order got placed for this game as soon as I heard who it was made by, because I love Left 4 Dead. I love Left 4 Dead 2. It was just a really fun multiplayer experience. This game sounds like it's going to be even more fun to me.
Yeah, the thing is, I think that's what it is about those developers. Like, no one says they're the best multiplayer. Everyone always says they're just a fun multiplayer, and that's the thing. Like, they're just fun to play with, like, people, So it's pretty cool.
All right, I can't wait for it. Street Fighter 2. So, what was it about? Help me out here. Was it Super?
It's ultimate. It's ultimate, everything else.
Ultimate Street Fighter 2 Turbo # you're awesome.
Capcom. They just change, like they put a U in front of everything.
Yeah.
It's.
What was it about this one that like kind of won you over?
I don't know. Just like I felt like Street Fighter 4 was like a little bit slower pace, and the characters felt like heavier, and the timing is different now. Now everything feels like more faster paced, but not insane fast like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. That's way too quick, and things go on there. But it just seems like the rhythm's better, and it's pretty cool with like the characters that they have. Like I was using like Poison and stuff like that. Like the transvestite. He or she is pretty good. But it was just really fun,
Now you said Justin Wong was there playing?
Yeah, Justin Wong was there. He's beasted over there.
My buddy, one of my best friends, Akmal Griffith, Sid Kid, whipped his ass a couple years ago. And
Justin Wong isn't the way he was anymore. That's because he doesn't focus on one game anymore. He does like every single game now. Like every game that comes out, he does that, and he does it.
Right now, he's on Killer Instinct. He's still on Ultimate Marvel. He's playing Street Fighter 4. He still plays all of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. He does all of them. He came in second last year, Evo, I believe. Like he just lost to the finals or whatever, but he's good, man.
You know how these competitors are. Like I grew up playing Tekken with Akmal Sid Kid, and he was on the phone. He lives in New Jersey now. And he was just talking all kind of smack about Justin Wong because he beat him so many times. But they still both compete. Akmal doesn't play nearly as much as he used to. He said he's about to kind of get back into it now. Had to represent my homie on Beastly Thoughts.
Well, I used to play him and stuff because like they're from East Coast. Like Justin Wong used to be from East Coast and now he's West Coast. That was like the whole thing. But like right here, like at Denellen, like he used to always, he was here East Coast the whole time. So it's pretty cool to see him and like a whole bunch of other people I haven't seen in a while. But the game itself was fun. But the last game was Below. I think that's the name. Yeah, Below is just a game. It's interesting. It reminds you like a Zelda game, but not like a new Zelda game, like a Link to the Past style, where it's like a overview, like perspective, stuff like that. But
Top
this one,
amazing.
Down. Yeah, but like I'll tell you right now though, it's not like even the Link to the Past was zoomed in more. This you're zoomed out even further. Like they literally look like ants because he wants you to feel like how small this character is compared to the world or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's just an interesting game. It's pretty tough. There's a lot of things going on and it's challenging. Like I feel like it's a mixture of a couple games, but like definitely Zelda in there. There's I would say challenging like Dark Souls. Yeah, I would say it's similar.
Oh, I'm out.
Like that.
I'm out. What console is that for, or is that for PC?
That I have no idea. Like it looks like it's just PC right now, but like when I would try to go ask, the line was way too long to find out more information. So I'm like, I'll pass.
I got a question for you because I've been wanting to know. Now at PAX, were you able to see any new Watch Dogs footage?
Like the line for the Watch Dogs area, from what I saw, was like a block. It was across the street pretty much. Like I have no idea. A lot of those stuff for Ubisoft, Ubisoft, Rockstar is guilty of it too. A lot of the companies are guilty. Those things are in closed doors, so you can't see anything unless you line up to do it. And some of these lines at PAX is extremely long.
At N4G.com, Watch Dogs, the demo that was showed at PAX is confirmed to be PlayStation 4, so damn it. I wanted to know what people were saying about it because the last footage I saw of the game, it's got to be like one of the best looking games I've ever seen. Yeah. For everybody, it was the PC footage actually. Mm-hmm. The PC footage of Watch Dogs, guys. If you have not seen this, I swear, it blows away everything that I've ever seen. It's like the best looking game the best looking open world game I've ever seen. It walks all over Infamous. It looks better than Metal Gear. It just looks amazing. So I was trying to see if this was comparable to the PC version. I just can't wait to see the actual real deal when I get it home.
Not too much longer to wait, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I had one thing to say about that. I'm trying to click onto it. It's for the PC specs. Listen to the minimum specs, man, for this. The minimum is the recommended one. I mean, is you need at least Windows 7, or Windows 8, but it's 8 cores you need at least. You need Intel i7. It says 8-core Intel i7 3770, 3.5 gigahertz, or AMD FX 8350 X8 at 4 gigahertz, and you need at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. DirectX 11. You need NVIDIA GTX 560 Ti or higher, or Radeon HD 7850. So that's like the recommended. So like that's like I never see recommended so high before.
No, that's badass.
Really I'm willing to guess that everybody here needs an upgrade. That shit is serious.
You lost me at Windows 7, but
Right. I was about to say, here comes some not too nerdy shit right here.
Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, wow, like I don't think a lot of people have that for PC specs. That's why it looks like that. That's like on ultra settings, what you saw. Like that's ultra settings, and like I think it could go up. I wonder if 4K will probably be like what? Like I don't even know how many frames per second I could get with that, man.
I haven't been computer shopping in a while, but it seems to me that most computers, most i7 computers, like you're getting into an i7 around $1,000, right?
Well, you're talking about not building yourself. You talk about
like you're just buying a computer off the shelf.
The ones that they buy off the shelves are always like it's like $1,000 for i7s. Yeah.
To get into an i7, and that's going to be like a 4-core i7, right?
I don't even think you get
quad,
770. Yeah, I don't even think you get that right away.
I don't even know. I don't see 8-core PCs ever.
The thing is,
welcome to the future, bro.
Like,
I don't know if they worded it wrong because the problem is the i7 3770, same thing with like the 4770, is like it's 4 cores, but it has 4 like it's considered 8-core because it has 4 extra cores that are double threaded.
Yeah, so it's like hyper-threading that they split up the workflow between.
Yeah, so it's technically still 4 cores, but they count it as 8 cores. I don't know if that's what they meant in writing, but like that's what Steam shows. It shows 8-core. So
like to get a 8-core processor, you're like looking at like an Intel Xeon, aren't you?
Yeah, dude, like that's recommended specs too. That's not even the minimum, but still, like recommended means that like that's what they intend you to do. Otherwise, you got to really lower the graphics and stuff to play.
Well, I just happen to work at Pixar and have a couple of workstations kicking around.
You're gonna have to get that Mac Pro, aren't you, BriarRabbit? That Mac Pro for $3,000.
You can't. No, that's a 6-core.
Yeah,
for $3,000. You gotta step it up to 5-core. Well, badass PC, an 8-core PC. I hope it was like a. I hope they're talking about 4-core with 8-core hyper-threading.
Yeah, like that's what Steam usually doesn't screw up though. Like, and that's what it has on the Steam website. So when you order the game, so I don't know.
I don't think a lot of PC users actually have that. I mean, the recommended is around 4 gigs of RAM in Intel i3. How are people gonna have this Intel i7 and 8 gigs of RAM? 8 gigs of RAM is pretty much new. Usually they sold the 4, so only a few people like high-quality, custom-built computers can actually play and run a very decent game.
Well, if Ubisoft adapts the Microsoft model, they can come out and have one of their high-up guys come out to the public and say, hey, look, we do have Watch Dogs for the PC, but if you're not ready for the PC version, we do have a version for you. It's called the Xbox 360 or the Wii U version.
Get ready for 720.
Oh, man.
On the other hand, okay, so we're kind of bad-mouthing it, but on the other hand, if they had the balls to do it, they'd be pulling like a Crysis. Remember how Crysis came out, and it was like you had to have a badass PC to run that, but it looked much better than anything else. Well, and it'd be cool to see them do something like that. Like, hey, you can do this.
Well, the thing is,
blow your socks off, but you got to pay to play.
You're going to have. I mean, think about these upgrades. A majority of people are probably sitting at quad core, 4 to 6 gigs of RAM, and then think about the processor and all the shit you're going to need to upgrade. You're probably going to end up paying enough money to buy another console. So you're going to have a badass PC. It's going to become even better. You're going to get a better experience than anybody else.
Majority of PC users buy their PC at like Best Buy or Staples and buy like an i3 with 4 gigs of RAM and a mobile graphics card and a laptop that has a screen that looks like it was built in 1995. There's only there's like a select few gamers who build their own PCs, and none of them are putting 8-core processors in it unless they're also doing video editing.
I don't understand like why people don't build computers though. Like, I mean, you got to learn. It's so easy to learn, especially I don't know, because like you understand, like when they sell it for $1,000, it's really $500 building wise. Like all the parts and stuff and building it yourself. And if you spend that $1,000 that you're willing to spend, you will get something way better than what they were ever going to put inside of it. So like that's the thing. Like
I'll tell you why I don't build PCs, and I used to build them for pleasure, is because I used to have a lot of time, and I used to be able to figure out why this hard drive isn't working, or this graphics card isn't working, or this audio interface isn't working. Now when I sit down at my computer, I want to do what I need to do and get to the fun stuff. I do not want to troubleshoot my computer anymore, and that's why I don't deal with it anymore. That's one of the reasons I switched to Mac about 5 years ago.
True. That's a good point. That's fair. Yeah, I always wonder, like, I see people spend so much money for, like, an expensive computer, and I'm looking at it, and, like, the stuff that they have, and I'm like, wow, like, do you realize that they just gave you a cheap power supply with a graphics card that should not even be matched with that power supply? It should be something higher than that, and they only give you, like, the minimal watts for that power supply, for the graphics card. Next thing you know, in a year, it doesn't work anymore because the power supply ran out.
Now that graphics card is actually getting used by the newest game, you can't run it anymore.
Yeah, and like they do that a lot, and they usually max out their computers so that you can't even upgrade those computers that you buy. So
yeah. The other thing is cost, though, because if I were to build my own custom PC and I see that the next graphics card is out, I'm gonna have to buy that because I want that, and it's more customizable, which means you're gonna put in a lot more money. Well, if you just spend like $650, and you can get a good deal on them, around Boxing Day or Black Friday. You can get a pretty good one. Like I paid $650 for mine, and it's comparable to an i7 with 8 gigs of RAM, and it's got a pretty decent graphics card. So I would for me it would be around $2,000 for me to build my own custom PC that I can actually be like, okay, I'm proud of this PC. It's the highest I can get. That's the problem with me.
I think one of the mistakes that people make is that they try, like, I don't want to do this unless I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to get the highest end processor, I'm going to get the highest end graphics card, when most people should really be looking kind of medium, like middle of the road, and then in 3 years buy the middle of the road again, and you'll always kind of be there without spending like exorbitant amounts of money. However, building a PC is almost like a heroin addiction. You basically get addicted to it, and you are chasing that rabbit forever.
Yeah, as soon as something new comes out, you gotta have it.
And you're stuck with fucking Windows.
Yeah, I prefer Windows more than anything else because Windows is the most hackable one. You could customize it the way you want to. Mac doesn't let you do that. That's the problem.
That's because Mac starts off perfect and it doesn't have a register.
No way. That's why.
Conversation here. Jeez.
That's why people prefer Android more than iPhone.
iOS, yeah.
iOS because you can actually do
open
things
source.
on your own. It's open source. That's the difference.
It's also owned by a company that sells your information as its main source of revenue.
And Apple doesn't do that.
Apple
They're hiding it, but they do it.
Apple's main source of revenue is selling hardware. Google's main source of revenue is selling advertising.
Well, which one of them has my fingerprint?
Which one of them is giving your fingerprint to other people?
Dude, Apple.
No, they don't.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did Eve jump out the window or did she bite the apple? Now, I said, did Eve jump out the window or did she bite the apple?
Eve was misunderstood. She was actually trying to gain knowledge from the tree of knowledge.
and it came in the form of apple.
Adam was a fucking idiot. Chose to spend his life without knowledge. Ignorant.
Was Eve blind? Is that why she was trying to learn knowledge?
What's that?
Was Eve blind?
Eve was on the right track.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man. Look where we are now. I got a Mac.
Yo, VC Gamer, you just said something like, just blew my mind. Is that why the symbol, like a bit in Apple for Apple? Is that what it is?
The mark of the devil? Is that what it is?
You're sinning right there. That's a sin right there. You just bit into the apple.
No, brother. I got Windows 8, damn it.
God forbid that we should have things like fire and
I got Windows 8. As much as it's hated, I got Windows 8. Windows 8 rhymes with hate. This is my plan, okay? Let me just segue into some other shit. We got 3 laptops. You got a MacBook Pro, and then I got my HP NV15, and then I got some other old HP shit. The only reason that I've never built a PC or a laptop is because laptops are so hard to upgrade. It's like the only thing you can really upgrade in them is the damn hard drive.
Not a whole new damn thing.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, I bought a pretty decent laptop, but there's really no way to upgrade the graphics card or, anything that will really matter or you'd see a real gain. It's all locked up into the motherboard. You can't really change anything out in the laptop, so it's pretty much...
You put a solid-state drive into any computer that didn't have it, and you're going to immediately see an unbelievable performance gain. It is like night and day.
Really?
Yeah, your computer goes from booting up in 30 seconds to 2 minutes to booting up in 5 seconds.
Seriously?
Yeah, and it's starting programs immediately instead of starting programs in 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what you try to do. Get the solid state drive, and if you can increase the RAM. If you do both of those, you're gonna be blown away how fast your laptop's working. You're gonna be like, oh my
Absolutely.
god,
It's crazy. It's solid state drives are like the biggest deal. I want to put them into my PlayStation 4 and into my Xbox One because I'm sitting there waiting for Thief to load screen. I'm like, why am I waiting for this? Why didn't they just include a solid state drive into this thing? I paid $400 or $500 for this. Why did they give me a technology that is 30 years old?
Well, because the solid-state drive costs too much. It's way too much for them. That'll add so much money to the PlayStation 4. And if they did do it in a cost-effective thing, you'll get less memory.
I could deal with less memory if I got better performance.
Yeah, but Sony's thinking about the masses, not the BriarRabbit.
Yeah, because people right now are already complaining about 500 gigabytes. Can you imagine if they only had 250 gigabytes?
I'd be okay with 200 gigabytes if I got cloud storage for free.
Really?
I don't know.
Put my apps on the hard drive and put all my save games and all that kind of information on the cloud.
But then that goes right back to DRM because if the online servers don't work, then everyone's gonna be complaining about that because you can't log onto your game.
And you guys thought this was gonna be a bad show. This is like one of the best shows ever.
Right? Isn't that what people didn't like about the Xbox One originally?
I liked a lot of that stuff. I didn't like that they weren't going to allow us to buy games and sell them, but I did like that I'd be able to take a disc, install it on my Xbox, and then throw that disc away and be able to start Titanfall or Call of Duty without going and fishing for the disc. In fact, I bought Titanfall on Xbox Live because I knew that I'd be playing it a lot for a long time, so I figured, why get the disc? Why not just have it ready for me to play anytime?
I like that aspect of what Microsoft was trying to do too, but that in itself really wasn't DRM. It's just a digital download. The DRM that came with that was your check-ins, 24-hour check-ins.
Yeah, that was bad.
All that other stuff that came with it, it made the whole thing go out, and that's what Not Too Nerdy's talking about.
Yeah, because either way, that's the only way you could possibly do it if you check in. You're gonna have to check in at some point to get your cloud storage.
Who remembers in 2011 when the PlayStation Network went down, and it was down for like 2.5 months, and you couldn't even play your single-player PlayStation Network game.
because the dude hacked it.
Because of fucking DRM.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. They weren't able to verify the game actually worked, and you were not able to play it. And that's something Sony fucked up with too.
Yep.
Right?
If something happened with Steam, imagine the outcry. Because you need to be able to verify with Steam too.
Right. But I mean, that's the whole thing with Diablo and those games that came out in the beginning. Diablo, there was SimCity. That's the problem with that. People were pissed off because they bought the game, but they couldn't play the game because they couldn't. All they had to do was check in online just to log back off to play the game because those are single player games that made you check in for no reason. That's why people got upset because that's the perfect example where you don't need to play a single player game online. Why would they make you check in for no reason?
But at the same time, you could go on Blizzard's website and still download World of Warcraft 1, assuming that you still have that CD key from when you purchased it back in the 90s.
That's true.
I mean, if anybody deserves the benefit of the doubt, I think it's Blizzard.
But what happened in certain games, right, that certain games that just are out of business, they pull the plug.
Yeah.
What happens to that game then? You can't download that game anymore because their servers down. You can't also play online because their servers are down. So then what happens? You're left with you're left on the console or the system. If that ever disappears, which hard drives fail, so do SSDs. Eventually they're going to fail. You lose everything. It's done. You never have the physical copy again. That's the thing that scares me.
That's the reality of it, yeah.
That's I think the scariest thing about Steam, isn't it?
Well, because Steam too. That's the thing. Steam. The difference between Steam is I only get things downloaded if I really don't care about the game that much if I lose it. So I'm I really don't care about the game. Games I really like, I'll buy the physical copy.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
I'll just get the digital thing. For example, Watch Dogs. I'm gonna get. I after seeing that trailer that we were talking about, I decided I'm gonna get that for PC. I was gonna get it for PlayStation 4. But
you have a nice 8-core.
Yeah, I decided to get the PC because I also didn't know that the PC also has the same exclusives that the PlayStation 4 had. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I thought it was only PlayStation 4, but PlayStation 4 is only one for the console exclusive. But PC has the same exclusive. So therefore, it looks like I'm getting it for PC for $31 because it's on sale right now. Just to let you know.
Oh, really?
Damn!
Not too negative.
Way to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
$31.50.
I paid $31 just to watch my screen freeze. She would freeze the hell up so fast.
The screen comes up and says, "You are not worthy."
Oh yeah, it would.
You're I-5, piece of shit, out of here.
Is this a joke? Buy a real PC.
Is this a laptop and a mobile graphics card? Go play Titanfall, asshole.
Oh god.
Oh god, man.
That creepy. I look down, I look back up, I just see Mario on screen laughing. I'm like,
It's me, Mario.
So I read an article, guys, on I'm trying to remember. I think it was Forbes.com, and they were talking about the PS4 and the Xbox One, and whether either one of them had a real worthy first-party exclusive. And they were saying that Titanfall didn't deliver, and that Infamous barely did. Do you guys agree with that, or do you not, or what are you guys thinking?
I was very happy with Infamous. I thought the graphics were amazing. I mean, at some parts you could tell, like, hey, you know, they weren't that good, but locked at 30 frames and it looks that good. Especially the cutscenes looked amazing. But I don't know. Infamous always kind of looked, you know, very colorful and stuff. But I was very happy with the graphics in Infamous. Titanfall, I don't know. I haven't played it, so.
Now let's talk to the Xbox One and PS4 owners. What do you guys think? Because I'm pretty sure a majority of you guys who own both consoles and played both games. These two games came out in March and they were going head-to-head. Do you think they lived up to the hype? Honestly.
9 to 5, I want to hear because he just got the Xbox One.
I think Titanfall necessarily lives up to the hype more so than Infamous because it's going to have longevity. It's going to last longer to the community. Infamous is already dead and gone to 90% of the people that played it because they already platinumed it. No one's sticking around to play the paper trail missions or any of that. So it is a great game. It's not going to sell systems. I don't think either one of them will. I think if you have like either of the systems, you should definitely pick it up, but it's not necessarily like a must-have.
Has anybody seen sales numbers yet for either of those games?
Yeah,
Infamous sold a million.
Infamous outsold Titanfall by a pretty high amount. The last time I checked, I can't remember the exact number though.
No, I think Titanfall is ahead by a little bit, but Infamous was lean the last couple weeks. Titanfall had a little bit more time than Infamous, so that's why they're up by that little bit amount. But Infamous sold more in a shorter amount of time, and but they're over 1 million. So for both of them, that's great for, you know, especially the console hasn't been released too long for any of them. So for both of them, that's exactly what they want. Plus Titanfall, you know, 360 version and a PC version, overall they sold a lot of copies.
That's a good point. I was going to actually say that Infamous is selling to a larger install base, but that's not true because Titanfall is selling on the Xbox 360, and that's a much larger install base.
Huge.
Yeah.
And for both, keep in mind they didn't include the digital downloads. Because VG Charts includes only the physical copies.
Yeah, and all the people that bought the systems, those people don't count. Like the people that, like me, I bought a bundle that came with a digital copy. That copy doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Well, so all the bundled copies. Oh, wow, I didn't know that either.
They do an estimate, so that's why I mean, like they included it, but it's like an estimate. It's not precise yet, so they won't know actual number until Microsoft says, "Hey, we sold this amount." The same thing with Sony.
Yeah, with their Infamous bundle.
Well, actually, Sony did say they're over 1 million, but I don't think like that's it. Like both of them, they keep quiet. I don't know why they keep quiet, but that's the way they do. They're waiting for one person to say something so they can
say, yeah, we sold more.
So like Sony's like, oh, we sold 1 million Infamous copies, and Microsoft's like, yeah, well, we had over 1 billion Titanfall drop from the sky or something like that.
That's on all consoles.
Unreal Gamer, you just picked up a PS4. Did you pick up Infamous with the PS4?
I didn't get it yet. I did buy it. I bought it, but it's being shipped to my house.
Oh, okay.
Never buy something on a Thursday.
That's true.
To answer your question, though, that I think, to be honest, I think they both did well for the time that they came out. We have to keep in mind that, like, a lot of people said, like, none of them have, like, a good exclusive yet. what console when it just came out had a good exclusive? Please tell me right now, like before the retro games, like when did they really have a must-have exclusive? You made
Tekken
one I
Tag,
could.
PlayStation 2.
Crash Bandicoot.
Nah, I would disagree with that.
Because
That wasn't a launch title, was it?
Yeah, it
Crash
was.
Crash
like-
Bandicoot was?
Crash was day one, yeah.
Was it? I can think of Halo was with the original Xbox. That was a pretty damn good exclusive.
but I don't mean like
Tekken
launch.
Tag on PlayStation 2.
I don't mean like launch, because I mean like in the first 6 months that like it's a must-have exclusive. Halo is different because Halo was first time it happened. But if you would say then Titanfall, what's the difference between Titanfall and Halo? Like because Titanfall was the hype, that was the new thing. That same thing with Halo when it came out. So that's what I mean. Like something like that, you think it's a must-have exclusive, but in reality, it's good for what it is now. But like there's a bunch of games that are still coming out. And it's not going to be exclusive. They're multi-plats this year, and that's the reality of it. You don't really see the great exclusives until year 2.
Yeah, I think the PlayStation 4 has a stronger exclusive lineup that we can see with the Order. What is it called? Order 1886 or 17?
Yeah, the Division looks amazing too.
1886. But the Division is multi-plat though.
The problem with the Order, if you
is.
watch that gameplay footage of them playing it, it looks amazing, but it looks like it controls like shit. It looked like it controlled like garbage.
9 to 5. Don't talk bad about the Order.
I'm just saying, I'm tired of all these visually graphic games that are poop, man. Like I get it, I get that's the way it's gonna go, but put some quality into your game.
Well, now
Hey, God, man. I mean, a 9 to 5. How many kids do you have?
None.
Wow, you be a good dad because you say poop a lot.
Nieces and nephews.
It's the word you learn. Yeah, okay, good stuff.
I think Sony is pretty smart that they're not releasing these games. Everyone's saying like they don't have all these exclusives. What exclusive they're gonna have this year? Why do you want exclusives right now? If you're gonna put all these exclusives that you have against these multi-plats, are you really gonna sell that much? Because there's so many multi-plats that people want to get right now that are coming up soon. Why are you going to put your exclusives versus them? You don't have to, if you look at the timeline, you don't have time to go against them. You don't. Then like you're talking about Drive Club is delayed. You're talking about
no one knows.
No one knows when. But they know if that's another game that was at PAX East called The Crew, which is from Ubisoft. The Crew was like a MMO style.
That game looks awesome. That game looks amazing.
So you have to space it out. You can't release it around the same time the Crew's coming out. So like you have to start seeing who you're going against because there's a lot of multi-plats that are actually going to be competitive this year.
Like Watch Dogs and Mario Kart on the Wii U. They knew damn well no one's buying that shit on the Wii U. Don't release it close to that.
Yeah. So
that makes good sense. I don't know. I think especially come Christmas time when people are making a decision, like a big decision, whether do I want to ask mom and dad for an Xbox One or do I want to ask mom and dad for a PlayStation 4? Well, the PlayStation 4 has this game, so that's the one I'm going to ask for. So I think it makes sense to have some even early now. I think it makes sense to have some.
Well, especially
exclusives. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, especially right now for PlayStation 4, I don't think they need that because if you look at it, if you're going to say, well, which one, the price, that's one. The second thing, which one has the same game at a higher, better you get better frame rate and better resolution. It's still going on like that. And
did you guys hear the new Trials game is going to have a better resolution on the PS4?
Yes.
Like that, it's just a 2D motorcycle game. It's like playing a Sight Bike.
And that, don't forget.
They can't make that happen on 1080p on the Xbox One.
what makes that worse is the fact that it started out with Xbox. Wasn't that Xbox?
Yeah,
that was the Xbox exclusive.
I'm sorry.
Why is that game? That's $30 or $35.99 or something on the store. That's crazy. That's
and it's
crazy
not
for
going
a
to have
trial
online
game.
multiplayer either.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
Oh,
insane.
wow.
It's not going to have what?
Online
multiplayer.
Wait, it's not? I thought it was. No.
I'm sorry. I read a headline, so I'm not positive.
No, that's shocking to me. That
is that game's main appeal, as far as I'm concerned, is going head to head with your buddy. You can only see his shadow.
Yeah.
But being able to trash talk on chat while your buddy can't get over an obstacle, that is a fun part of that game. And I read in a headline.
No, it will.
I didn't
It
read
will
the
have
article.
multiplayer.
What's
it
that?
will have multiplayer.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Never mind,
yeah.
scratch that.
There's actually a multiplayer trailer that just came out. Like
it wasn't
2
couch
weeks ago.
multiplayer. Was it couch multiplayer or online multiplayer?
Oh, hold up. Let me read into it.
That's gonna get there because these guys like did the best. Like I like how you could build your own tracks though, the courses stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool. Like, people come up with the best things, man.
Yeah, I love those games. I think they're a lot of fun. And there's been like a couple of knockoffs that have come out on the iPhone, and I've played the shit out of those too. Because it's just a fun way to play a game.
Those are one of those games that are good to do commentary too. Like that you could say some news or something and like just have that in the background because it's just something you just play for fun. And I like those stuff.
Yeah, I like it too.
The thing this is a little off the subject, but the thing I'm looking forward to the most out of Microsoft, because I am going to get an Xbox One, I swear, is new IPs, man. I want to see some new stuff. I want to see
that what the hell's it called?
Quantum Break.
It was all Quantum Break
is
sick,
going to be
dude.
because it comes with its own TV show, and I mean it's something different. It might really be interesting, but the thing is, if you're going to release it with a TV show, do you get all the episodes on Xbox Live at one time, and do you get the whole game at one time? How is it going to work? Is it going to be episodic? They're going to release it like Netflix? Because you're going to be actually able to play along with the show, and your decisions in the game are supposed to be,
It's like Captain Power.
Yeah.
you gotta say Xbox, Halo TV, or Xbox. Just Quantum Break channel. That's it.
You were saying that you want to see new IPs. I don't. I want to see remakes of Chakin the Forever Man and Chrono Trigger and all old games come back. That's what I want to see.
You said Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
I want to see Final Fantasy VII more than any of that.
You want to play that again?
Hell yeah! Is that in your mind? Final Fantasy VII, best RPG of all time for me, personally.
Do you guys know when that next PS4 update's supposed to come out?
No, man, they won't announce it yet. It just
Oh,
sucks, dude. Yeah, because that's the first thing I asked when I was asking every single person that might know that, because there's no Sony wasn't there obviously, so I asked other developers. I'm like, all right, since you guys are making game for Sony as well, like, do you know when the update's gonna happen? They're like, oh, we don't know. Like, no one knows the update.
This update is going to include what? The
removal of
take the HTTP off of the HDMI, right?
Yep.
Update to Twitch.
Yep.
What else?
And then in-game, the video editor that they have on the PlayStation 4.
Wait, the Twitch update is not coming in this one.
It's not?
It's a one after this. They said this is the one that had the HDCP and all that, but then the Twitch one's later, which sucks. 'Cause I thought it was together, and no, they're separating it.
Jesus, so that could be like a year from now.
Hopefully not that long.
They're supposed to both happen now, so in this month. So I don't know if they're going to do this week and then, next week. I have no idea, man. I just hope it comes out soon.
My thing
Xbox
is why...
One didn't upload to YouTube.
Yeah.
Week, right?
Yeah.
That's a cool feature.
Which one?
My thing is why does nobody have notifications? Like, I don't get notified when people get online. I don't get notified for anything. It's stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's...
And my buddy's in like the Xbox beta or whatever, and he has notifications on his, but I don't because I don't have the update yet.
I still think it's stupid how they don't have the options to where you can change your name on PlayStation 4 like Xbox has.
But that's what the survey is for.
589724821.
Did you guys see that's on the update too? Padme.
What, to change
really?
the name?
Yeah, well, it's not yet, but like that's why they had everyone do a survey to ask if you want that to happen. And obviously almost everyone checked off yes, so they're gonna add that.
Are they going to make you pay for it?
Huh?
Are they going to make you pay for it?
Hell yeah, they are. $5 a pop for everybody that wants to change their name.
Then we
Does
got a lot of
Microsoft
money off
still
of
do
that shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Microsoft did that for the Xbox 360. Did they do it for the Xbox One?
Yeah, it's still that same way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's funny because when you go into it, because I took a look when I got my Xbox, 'cause I got my old name back, and I was like, let me see if I can switch it. I looked, and it's like, it allows you to select all these names, but as soon as you select it, it's like, okay, that'll be $5. I was like, fuck that.
Just make a new account. I would just make a new account.
Yeah, right. That's free.
Well, the reason why I don't want to make a new account, because I could change my name by making a new account, but I want to lose all my, stats and shit.
Yeah.
Or all the stuff that you bought on that account.
Yeah, why make a new
Yeah.
one when it's all there and you could just change your name?
That's right.
It's true.
It's true.
It's
It
true.
is true. It's very true.
I don't think it's true. That shit's bullshit.
BriarRabbit. Oh my
Do you guys feel that like with the whole Last of Us release being released again on PS4, do you think they're going to sell a lot more because of the amount of people that the amount of people that transferred from
just like the same
Xbox
thing
to
with
PS4?
GTA 5. Like if they would give out GTA 5 on the next gen, I'm pretty sure there'd be a lot of people that would buy it a second time.
No, I
If they
don't,
really
I
enjoyed-
don't mean like that. I mean because of the amount of people that are like, there's a lot of people
Coming
that switched
from
from
360
Xbox. Yeah, I'm
to
sure there's
PS4.
a lot of people selling or buying it.
Yeah, I still think they'd sell a lot.
It's a no-brainer if you haven't played it. I mean, it won. I think they advertised that it won 200 Game of the Year awards. I don't
200,
personally
yeah.
agree, but I mean, it's a damn good game.
201. I think Beastly Gamer gave an award for it too. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure he nailed himself.
Have you guys heard about Rockstar is supposed to come out with an announcement at E3?
Yeah, for Grand Theft Auto 5 for PS4 and Xbox One.
No, I heard there was something else, some game that they've been working on for a while.
Yeah, well,
Bully 2?
It's an announcement.
yeah, they're supposed to be announcing something. I'm thinking it's GTA 5.
I heard
State
it
of
was,
Emergency 2?
Or Agent, that game that doesn't exist.
Can you believe Rockstar is going to be at E3 though? That's the first question.
E4?
Manhunt 3.
Because they don't go to E3 usually.
I don't know. All I heard is they're supposed to be having a big announcement coming out soon. So I don't know what it's about. Hopefully it's something good, something we'll enjoy.
What do you guys think about the pricing of The Last of Us? A lot of people are upset about it being $60.
I watched your video, and I totally agreed with your video. I think that if you really enjoyed The Last of Us and you really want to check it out, then either $60 is worth it, or wait a few months until it's $40 or $30, or free on PlayStation 4 if you wait long enough. I'm sure that'll happen with PlayStation Plus. If you haven't played it on the PS3 because you are new to the PlayStation ecosystem, then it's a no-brainer.
Is it a long enough game that it'll be worth $60 though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not
And
only
it comes
the
with all the
game,
DLC.
and the multiplayer. I don't know if anybody played the multiplayer. That was actually a really fun multiplayer. It was awesome. I got the highest rank on one of the factions, and then I had to trade it in for the next gen console. But the multiplayer was solid as hell too, which I really enjoyed.
It died quickly though, right, on the PS3?
Yeah, it didn't stay alive like Uncharted's did.
Yeah.
Well, I think that maybe if you had the game for PlayStation 3, charge you $10 to get the new one for PS4. Like, paying $120 for the same game, even though it includes DLC, it's a bit much, don't you guys think?
Well, same thing with Call of Duty.
$25 worth of
That's
DLC
true.
with it.
Well, okay, fine. Let's say like $20, but like $60 whole again for the same thing.
That's what people say with like Madden and stuff. They should come out, with a DLC to update your roster instead of come out with a new game every year. But they're going to do it anyways because they can, and you're still going to buy it.
Great point.
Just like with Call of Duty, you're still going to buy it. A lot of people will still talk trash about it, but everybody's still going out and buying the next Call of Duty because you're a
Next
fan
year
of it.
it'll be different for Call of Duty.
I don't know. I can't wait to see what they do with it.
I think
Hopefully Sledgehammer does a good job.
that's it. When you have different developers, you might have some people that try it out just because, it's a different developer. I might try it. That's the thing. That's something that I want to see if people are going to do. I have a feeling people might just do it because it's a different developer, and then they're going to do it again the next year.
Well, also when that game comes out, that's when
I
we're
just
supposed
dropped
to
something.
figure out if it's supposed to be PS4 biased. To see if it's going to come out for PS4 and then they're going to port it down to Xbox One. Because they're supposed to be switching.
Well, a lot of people are upset about the price of that thing too. But another thing I mentioned in the video, a lot of people don't think about is the game is still like $60 retail right now.
Yep. If you try to go buy it, it's still $60.
Well,
and another thing is, a lot of people were griping about the whole Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. That people already had the Definitive Edition on PC. If you had a PC, you're already playing Definitive Edition. It doesn't matter. That's why people should be pissed about that.
I don't know, Tomb Raider was fucking boring.
I
love
like that
game.
I thought it was
I
great.
love that
I
game.
thought
That game is awesome.
Tomb Raider was really awesome.
The Tomb
really
Raider-
Compared to the older ones, I didn't like the new one.
the Tomb Raider was slightly different though from the PC.
Yeah. I know they added like different schemes.
They did add it, but I know what you mean though. There's no point. If you had a PC version, there's no point of you getting another version.
And-
anyway. You
But
should
there's nobody
be-
forcing you to buy it. That's the
Yeah,
thing I
yeah,
don't understand.
yeah,
It's like
yep.
nobody. If you already have the definitive edition, then why would you want another definitive edition of the same game
Yeah.
you've already played?
Yeah.
I
People
vote.
are stupid.
I submit my vote right now on BC Thoughts to change BriarRabbit's name to the Voice of Reason. Who's with me?
The voice of reason.
He is. He's the Voice of Reason.
Not only that, but they gave you all the Tomb Raider multiplayer DLC. Hey,
Yeah.
guess what? You can't even play that damn multiplayer. The multiplayer is so broken, it's unbelievable.
With
That's
The
why
Last
the-
of Us, though, they're giving you all three.
Yeah, that's
right?
why it's awesome. Yeah, they're giving you all the multiplayer and the actual campaign DLC too.
Each one of those DLCs, I believe, is $15.
$15. And
Yeah.
there's one that hasn't even come out yet. So the one that's yet to be released is still coming out, and it's going to be included with the game. So
I would like to see a DLC for Infamous come out. That'd be pretty amazing. I think me and Not Too Nerdy not too long ago were talking about it.
yeah, that's
that would be
definitely
cool.
coming. That's definitely coming. I want them to expand it. Give us 4 or 5 hours worth of gameplay.
I
Yeah,
heard
'cause
people.
that's why I hate buying a game and then it just goes dead because there's nothing left to do with it.
People from IGN said there is one, so that's all I know. People said there is supposed to be a story mode, a story DLC for Infamous. So
That's
I don't know if it's true or not. That's what they say. Usually IGN knows because they're paid. No, I'm just kidding.
I think. As
No,
a
you're
sign-
not. No, you're not.
Yeah, because the DLC,
They're
you
paid.
like, which karma you did, like the ending, you go from there. Like if you did the evil karma, you end up killing that old lady, and you
Oh,
know.
no spoilers. Put
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yep,
Okay, go.
spoilers if you haven't beat the game yet. It's been out for a while.
I haven't beat the game yet.
Oh shit. Well, you're doing the good karma, aren't you?
I haven't decided yet. I'm still at the Space Needle. I did about
for real?
an hour and a half Let's Play, and then I started picking out wedding photographers. And,
Well, just finish the good
cakes.
karma, and then I didn't ruin anything for you.
You only spoil half of it then for you.
You only
Yeah.
spoil only half.
Just don't play good karma. You're fine.
See, guys, look. The problem is though with developers that they put at least half the developers, the original developers that made it, to increase the resolution and do other things to it to make it different, add features to it, and that's why you still have to pay, like, for them. Like, that's just the way it is. That's why they have to do that. You gotta keep in mind they're not making too much to begin with per game as it is when it's $60. That's the whole problem. That why a lot of people want to go. Developers want to go digital only. They don't make that much money to begin with because like it goes to the retailer and like to package it and all that stuff. They don't make too much profit off the item itself, and that's why if you decrease the amount by too much, then they're not gonna do it. Like I understand before I said it's $45. I think will be the best because they'll sell even more copies, which will even everything out. But I understand that they don't want to take that risk because they're afraid that if people do not too many people buy it,
They'll lose money. They won't make anything.
they're going to lose too much money. Exactly. So, I don't know. I mean, it looks like a good game. So, like, it looks like it'll be a good game to get for PS4. I just want the multiplayer. That's all I care about, to be honest with you.
If a DLC came out for Infamous Second Son to give us like additional 4 or 5 hours of story gameplay, how much would you guys pay for it?
$20.
I'd probably pay that. That seems actually pretty worth the extra 4 or 5 hours, and it goes down like the same way that you just did.
Come on, it's $5 an hour. That's a little bit less than minimum wage.
Yeah. I'd be really excited. Like, I was just really bummed because it was an awesome game, and then it just ended, and that was it. I was like, oh shit.
You know what?
What if it was like an hour or 2 hours?
If it was an hour or 2 hours, I'd probably pay like $3.
Well, I can't.
$7.
I'll probably pay $30 because that's what I did for Metal Gear Solid. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest with that. I can't be like I wouldn't pay that much when I already did. So
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. He put it all out there. I like your
I want to
honesty.
see an
brother.
hour though, $30. No.
I was supposed to ask this at the end of the show, but I'm kind of eager to do this. I got a question for all you guys, and you guys think a little bit on it. We can start at COD Made Player. This is the question because COD, you're always the funnest person to ask these kind of questions. If you had an unlimited supply of money or a lot of money, you had a group of talented developers, and you had the right to create the next installment of any existing video game franchise, what franchise would you choose, and how would you improve upon it?
Damn, that's in depth as hell.
yeah, right.
Wait, can we get a written version of this.
Is there multiple choice?
I think you spent a lot of time on that question. Don't even lie. You sat down.
No, look, it just came to me during Beauty and the Beast. You know, that was live shit. If you guys watch this, it's not written out.
All right, so we're trying to pick out which series we would work on and what we would do to it.
I'm writing this down.
If you had
He said, because by the time it gets to me, I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
okay, look, I'll simplify this. If you had a talented group of developers and enough money to create your vision, and you had to work on the next installment of any video game franchise that exists right now, what video game franchise would you choose, and how would you improve upon it?
I would probably choose the next Call of Duty game. And I would literally put a survey out to ask everybody what would they want in the game, how would they want the game to play out, get as much insight from the actual players as possible, and make the most amazing Call of Duty game ever to be released, and not have too many bashers on it, because, you know, I'm going to take all ideas from the consumers and the people that are into the trilogy and put all their ideas in the game. The ones that would, you know, add up to each other and not just be like a bunch of random shit in Call of Duty.
It'll be the majority rule. Okay, sounds good.
That was the best answer you had to any of these questions, Tommy. I like that.
Yeah, you guys are wanting to fuck up answer, aren't you?
I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie.
that touched his heart, but he didn't
I
say
was
that.
waiting to hear like Pac-Man or something.
In his Call of Duty, there'd be Garbage Man.
Everybody be green. There you go.
It's like Tetris.
All right,
Just
Mr.
with
Rabbit.
people eating shit.
What?
I think that I would go Fallout.
Oh yeah, Fallout's a good answer.
What I would do is I would get rid of the VAT system and just try and improve their shooting mechanics so it feels more like a good first-person shooter. I would keep the developers that were on it, though, because those guys are damn good. I mean, they make fun games. And I would make some kind of multiplayer in that universe. Some kind of multiplayer.
You wouldn't get rid of the Pip-Boy then, right?
No way, man. I got a Pip-Boy. I got that little figurine from the special edition of Fallout 3.
Fucking sick.
But if I did Call of Duty, I would just make Treyarch and Infinity Ward shake hands. Treyarch, you get Infinity Ward's network tech, but you're not allowed to make any graphical stuff. Treyarch, you get the rest of it.
Yeah. All right, 9 to 5. What you thinking, man?
I would do Uncharted, not necessarily for like the story or anything like that. I just really would like co-op. They need to make a co-op in that game, like, because you're always running around with people, but they're always AI people. I want to be playing with my buddies on co-op, like 4-player.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The whole story. I'm a big co-op player. Like that's why I got into like Borderlands a lot and all types of games like that, because I'm not necessarily a multiplayer shooter guy. Like, yeah, I play Battlefield. That's pretty much it. But I want in SOCOM whenever there is a good tactical shooter like that. But I want to play co-op. That's why I'm really stoked for Destiny and Division, because it's mainly based off that.
So you wouldn't necessarily change the way that the story dynamic goes.
No, I dig the way their story is written and everything. I dig, or was written. For that matter.
But you'd want more like a Time Splitters experience, huh?
Yeah.
Put a nice high
Time
five
Splitters,
mechanic in
that's an awesome game right there.
It sure is. That was one of the first ones out there back in the day.
Yep.
I love that idea, 9 to 5. I think that'd be fun as hell.
All right. Unreal Gamer, Marco the Man. What you thinking, brother?
Well, I'd probably do Toy Story. No, I'm kidding. I'd probably do Call of Duty, but they always want to go into the future. Oh, it's just modern warfare. Why not take it back to medieval? I'm talking about Call of Duty medieval warfare. Like swords, bows and stuff, you shoot cannons. They keep moving forward.
I was talking to my friend about that. I was like, how fun would it be to shoot someone across the map with a bow and arrow? Imagine how pissed they'd be.
You can only go so forward.
Just shoot a bow in the air and to see if it comes down and hits somebody in the head.
Can you imagine the trick shotting in that?
Marco, are you talking about like
60
horses, like horses, everything, knights, everything?
I'm talking about everything, man.
That motherfucker threw a rock at me.
Sling, you know? But yeah.
I don't even know if anybody can see that game.
so much until you turn it into Battlefront. So, you know, why not move back a little?
That would be funny. That would be funny. Guy runs up on you with a mace and knocks your head off.
Exactly. Like they have that game, what's it called? Chivalry for PC.
Yeah.
I want that to come to either PlayStation 4 or Xbox. That'd be fun.
It would finally make sense why the knife mechanic is so strong in that game.
Yeah, you can knife somebody 6 feet away from you.
Yeah. Through like 8 bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Not too nerdy. You look like you've been thinking about this.
Yeah, I have been thinking about it. Well, the game that I would get, well, the series I would get, it's a Mega Man. I think I would buy that, grab the way. First thing I'll do, take off that damn Capcom name off it, because they don't deserve it. They don't. They're done.
That hurts my heart.
It's already coming out. It's called Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get Kaiji Unafume. Like I was gonna get him to actually do the game over. But here's the thing, not 2D. We're gonna be doing it. Because I'm gonna be helping them. Say we. We'll be doing it like Metroid Prime. That style. Metroid Prime and that first-person shooter like Metroid Prime, and have like to reinvent the characters, be more creative than just Fan Man or Leaf Man, all this stuff that they had, and recreate the characters and do more creative ones. But like, I think the Metroid Prime world will work best for it, to switch it up, to make it more in today's like world, like the way people play games today. I think that would be the best way to revamp the whole.
Would it be more like gritty and modern, or would you keep that kind of cartoonish aesthetic?
I think that it'll be more.
It have to be more modern. It has to
be more realistic.
Metroid, yeah.
If it's too cartoony, then Nintendo's gonna eat that up. I want every console to eat it up, not just Nintendo. Like,
who were the developers that made the Metroid Prime games?
Retro.
Oh yeah.
Retro. Are they still around? Or are they doing anything?
Yeah, they made Donkey Kong, and they're supposedly working on a new game right now.
Because those games were good. I think they were hampered by that controller, the GameCube controller.
Yeah.
But they were good.
Yeah.
So
I like that idea. I like everybody's idea.
Now, for the guys who didn't see my original pick, it was Resident Evil. And the reason I wanted to pick Resident Evil is because I've been so depressed with what's happened to Resident Evil over the last 10 years. Ever since Resident Evil 4. Ever since Resident Evil 4 came out, that was one of the high points. It has gone downhill. Resident Evil 5, downhill. Resident Evil 6, terrible. And if I had the ability, I'd get the original creators of Resident Evil back together, brainstorm with them, and reboot this game and take it back further into the realm of survival horror that it's meant to be. Now it's Capcom. They saw Battlefield, they saw Call of Duty, and they said, well, let's just add that to Resident Evil and see if it works. But it doesn't. It doesn't work. Resident Evil was a survival horror game. It scared the shit out of all of us the first time those dogs burst through that window inside the raccoon mansion.
Yeah, and then there were big-ass spiders the next time through.
Yeah, I mean, that really, it had a good impact on us, and it changed really the whole landscape of gaming. And now Resident Evil has kind of lost itself. It doesn't know what it wants to be. And so I think it needs a strong lead to get back in there and control that franchise and put it back where it needs to be.
Beastly, did you play Resident Evil 6?
Yeah.
Yeah? I heard that game was actually really fun.
Well, did you play it?
No, I didn't.
It was fun, but it wasn't Resident Evil.
But it wasn't. Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like games like that, you want to say it was creepy, it was scary, not it was fun. If you say the first thing, it was fun.
It's extremely arcadey shooter. When you're meleeing and breaking boulders and shit, it is not Resident Evil.
Who was saying they were going to play Resident Evil 4 on the Wii?
I am.
You're doing it right now.
I'm going to probably start it next week. I'm going to start it next week. Yeah, I haven't even started it yet.
Because that was such a high point. Like, it's hard to imagine why you would change much of anything. I mean, the controls, I guess, would have to get updated, but it's hard to imagine why you would change much of anything.
Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get used to the whole no moving while shooting thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, the tank?
Yeah, the tank.
But it works.
It works so well.
Yeah, it creates so much tension.
Yeah, that's another thing. It made it so you had to play smarter. Like you got to run and then turn around and then shoot, and then run and then turn around and then shoot, or flip around real quick. That's why they have that like auto button to rotate.
Yeah.
Los plagas. Yeah, let me say something about this though. Resident Evil 6, Leon's campaign was the only one that felt kind of reminiscent of what Resident Evil should be. If you guys have ever played this, Leon's campaign had some really scary moments. The rest of the game was just nothing but punching boulders, Chris, and you know, it just was more action than anything else, and that just does not signify what Resident Evil is or what it should be. And they're supposed to go back to the drawing board with this franchise. Hopefully, they're learning. Like Squaresoft, they're learning right now about basically focusing on games that actually sell and work, rather than trying to adapt and become an everyman game. And hopefully, they can take Resident Evil back to the drawing board, and it'll become what it used to be, a good game.
Do you guys remember when Capcom used to be an automatic purchase? Like back in the NES and Super Nintendo guys, you saw that Capcom logo and you got excited. Like this, you know, they had so many awesome franchises. They were just hitting everything right on the head. It was awesome.
Didn't Capcom make the first two original Dead Rising?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
I was thinking, Capcom always had like the license for like games too, like for like either the movie or a cartoon or something like that. Capcom always got it, and like for like the NES, and like they did like good jobs with those. Like even like the Disney cartoon ones, like they did
Rescue
like,
Rangers.
Yeah, Rescue Rangers, DuckTales. Like, dude, they did a pretty good job with that stuff.
Can you guys imagine what would happen if a company like Rockstar or Sucker Punch or just a really good developer had access to the Capcom library?
It'd be amazing.
Or a nightmare.
The voice of reason.
I always saw like the developers from Call of Duty and the developers from DICE should get together and make a fucking badass first-person shooter. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like Call of Duty mechanics with DICE
I just wish the
graphical
developers of Call of Duty would get together. Make one.
Yeah.
Let's start out small. Let's let them join up.
Imagine if all the best guys from all the Call of Duty studios all got into one studio, just made one awesome game. It'd be epic. They'd have all the great tech from the Infinity Ward games. They'd have all the, you know, the fun gameplay of the Treyarch games, and then Sledgehammer.
No one knows shit about them, so
Yeah, they were in Modern Warfare 3, so I don't know.
They'll just be over there in the corner doing their own thing.
Beastly, I was going to ask you about the Evil Within. Do you think that's close enough to Resident Evil from what you saw? Do you think that's reminding you of the original?
Well,
style?
it feels different because it seems more supernatural than a virus. But from what I saw, it did feel very foreboding, and it's very unsettling. The footage from that game, it makes you feel very uneasy, and that's what the original Resident Evil was able to do. You know, it had very atmospheric music, terrible voice acting, but you felt like you were actually there and going through these crazy experiences. The Evil Within seems like it harkens back to that old feeling of you're going to be uncomfortable when you play this game. Some people are not going to be able to complete this game because it's going to have those jump moments and situations that you're just not going to want to be involved in. Things that'll make you feel uncomfortable. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun for people who are into that kind of thing.
The game, though, reminded me of it didn't remind me of another game. It reminded me of Saw, the movie. Like that when I was playing, it had moments like that. Like the way people die, the way things happen is very, very gory. I was like, wow, man, this is just like Saw. So I'm like, I'm in. I'm gonna get that game. I'm gonna be freaked out. But
when does that come out?
It's in the summer sometime, I believe, right? Or
good.
I think an awesome video to watch would be, since BriarRabbit doesn't like horror games, make him do a scare cam on this game.
That's not very nice, you know.
I think it's funny.
Oh man, not too nerdy. You just sent me this. Oh my goodness. Are you guys reading this article or at least looking at it?
No, I sent it.
Resident Evil 2 HD remake in progress unofficially. This is on RetroGamingMagazine.com. If this is true,
that's why I said I read that article last week sometime, and that just made me think of it when you brought up Resident Evil.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because 2 is like the best one to me, I think. But I haven't played 4. So.
Well, let me put it this way: Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 are both the #1 Resident Evil in their own way. Resident Evil 2 is that old school, pre-rendered backgrounds, tank controls, and it is better than Part 1. Resident Evil 4 is actually in a 3D realm with similar, well, not similar controls. I guess you could say kind of similar controls, but it's over-the-shoulder point of view, great story, and it's very atmospheric too. So they're both like #1 in their own way. They're like two different worlds almost. It's like Street Fighter 2 versus Street Fighter 4. It's like 3D versus 2D almost. It's really, really different. But I love Resident Evil 2 too. I love that going through both discs.
I wouldn't doubt that though, because I feel that Capcom, that's all the money they have left to do right now. They're losing money. They already announced that they lost a lot of money and that they thought they didn't get as much as they thought they were. So that means that they probably only have enough to rehash games that they know people will buy, another HD remakes of that. So I bet that is true. So
the remakes on the GameCube were really successful for them, right?
Yeah, Zero and stuff. Yeah, they did really well. Now, if these are even better than that, Resident Evil 2, please. It's a done deal. It's a done
what if
deal.
it still has the tank controls? Could you still play that game with tank controls?
Well, if it's Resident Evil 2, I don't know how they would change it, because unless it became a 3D over-the-shoulder third-person perspective Resident Evil 2, it seemed like you'd have to, kind of play it the same way, unless they just let you move and shoot at the same time. I don't know how they do it.
I'm curious to watch 9 to 5 Gamer play 4, because that game kind of has archaic controls already.
Yeah. It's gonna take some while to getting used to, so bear with me.
The Wii version is probably the best because you control them with the stick and you can aim with the wand. But that game came out on the GameCube originally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, GameCube first, then it came to
GameCube was
2.
one of the problems with the GameCube was that controller. It looked cool, but it just wasn't that functional for modern games. And I think that game might have been built around it for.
That's their problem. Like Nintendo builds their controls for their exclusives, not for multiplats, which is stupid. That's why they came out with the Pro controller, which the Pro controller is cool. I like that controller. Mm-hmm. But when you have no multiplats, what do you need a Pro controller for?
Whip little kids' asses on the Wii.
Yeah. Did any of you guys ever have the chainsaw controller for the GameCube?
What?
There was a chainsaw controller that was exclusive for Resident Evil 4.
I was about to say, just for one game, right? Yeah.
Just for Resident Evil 4. That shit was sick.
No, I missed that.
I want to see how much is it selling for.
Everybody's on eBay right now.
It probably didn't cost a lot.
Probably like $150 by now. $200.
You'd probably get more than that. Let me see.
Really? I think.
You probably find one for $1,000. There's gonna be that one guy out there that's gonna sell it for
$200.
So guys, not too nerdy, I think totally called why the Xbox 360 version of Titanfall came out late.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up, man. I was looking at the videos. I'm like, oh my god, it looks really good, dude. For being
does
on
look
Xbox
really
360.
good, and it plays really good. Like, it's unbelievable to me that this is a different developer that made it. It is almost exactly the same. It feels very much the same game. It looks different. Like it looks like an Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
But god damn, it's still so much fun.
I saw your video and I was like, I saw that. I'm like, as soon as I saw you doing it, you're beasting on it. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, if he could beast on it, it's the same thing. He already knows.
Same game.
It is the same game, and I'm excited about it because I think it's really fun. And if you are on the fence about whether, should I buy the Xbox One or the PS4, Titanfall looks really good to me. Well, Titanfall 2 looks like it'll probably be coming to the PS4 as well, and I already have a 360, so I can play Titanfall now. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of people's decision a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and that, I think, goes to what you were saying, Not Too Nerdy.
And I think Microsoft did that on purpose, and I think it's kind of screwed up, to be honest with you, because they didn't have confidence in their own console to go head up against their old console, which makes no sense to me. Like, why would you be scared of your older console beating you out if you thought your console was good enough, which I don't mind it. I don't mind Xbox One at all. You know what I mean? So why would you think that it's not good enough to play on, that you have to push it back to force people to get the game for that?
I think it just goes to show what the real difference between the consoles is just this graphical upgrade. In Titanfall, you can play exactly the same game. On the Xbox One, you get better graphics.
But that's it?
But that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
No noticeable differences at all, other than the graphics.
Frame rate, the frame rate's a little slower. You don't see any of the kind of cool lighting. The explosions don't look as cool. It's just graphically, the whole package graphically is downgraded. But it still plays really well. It's still fast. It's still frenetic. You still get the feeling of being in these huge mechs.
The same amount of
damn good game.
The same 6v6 and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty screwed over.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Respawn's doing a good job of supporting that game. They've updated the playlist a few times already. They're introducing new game modes. They've got a new map pack that's like already coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, it looks like a swamp.
Yeah, and that's gonna include new campaign missions too.
I just hope they fix the frame rate issues because like the PC version too, and I heard Xbox One is not steady 60 when Digital Foundries looked at it. It drops sometimes, and like not drastic
it drops a lot.
But it's not like drastic drops, but it drops, and like the shocking part is it does the same thing for the PC.
Yeah, well you got a map that can handle fighting in like a Call of Duty style, like on that scale. But at the same time, you've got 6 mechs all fighting each other within like 50 feet of each other with rockets and explosions and all the vapor trails.
Yeah, I thought it was going to crash today on me. I was playing, and I was using a Strider, and I was moving really fast through the map, and there was like a bunch of shit blowing up behind me, and I thought it was going to crash. It got so slow. I was like, oh my god, it's about to break.
But that makes sense for a console because it's locked. But like, why is it still locked for PC? That's what I'm trying to say. The PC does the same thing.
Why is it locked? Why is it locked?
It does the same thing for PC. I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, just let me max it out, and then it'll run perfectly fine.
They're like, oh, we're gonna fix it. No, you're not. Not now, because you're gonna do the DLC first, and then you'll fix it after the DLC comes out. Like,
yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they locked it. That happens to a lot of games, though, doesn't it? Like Call of Duty came with some kind of weird aspect ratio on the PC, and like, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with what's going on in PC gaming.
It seems like.
I don't like fucking with registries.
It seems like PC games that were meant for the console. It seems like the PC games are meant for the consoles are the ones that are screwing up on the PC. But like the ones that are PC minded first, they're the ones that are perfect. You could do whatever. Just for example, like Watch Dogs is PC minded first, which is proven now, as you can tell. So like it's gonna be focused on PC, then it's gonna slightly be downgraded for everything else. So
I think you misspoke. I think you meant to say mainframe focused first. You need to play it on Whopper from.
Yeah, Beastly Gamers.
Hey, BriarRabbit. Yeah, I'm relaxed.
He's still in his pajamas.
Don't make me start clapping my feet again. Hey, you ever beat Guacamelee?
No, I don't think I did.
I beat the shit out of that game. I beat the shit out of that game.
A new version of it is coming out for PS4 or Xbox One called Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition.
That's great. That's
coming out in May, early June. It says it is not just an HD reboot or a port of the original title. All new content has been incorporated into the entire game. We're looking at new levels, a new boss, new enemies, all previous DLC, new costumes, and a new custom editor.
Wait a minute.
It's coming
all
out for the
DLC,
PS4.
but it's not the same game?
Yes.
Does that make sense to anybody else?
No, it didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Beastly, did you play a game?
Who, me?
Yeah, did you play Guacamelee?
No, I was on the fence about grabbing it for the Vita.
Oh,
Brian told me it was a good game.
I would recommend buying it for the PlayStation 3. I think it works better on the PlayStation 3 than it does on the Vita.
Well, now it's coming out for the
PS4, yeah.
This new version is coming out. I'm sorry. The new version is going to be on the PS4, the Xbox One, the 360, and the Wii U. Thus far, it is not being developed for the PS3 or the Vita.
I noticed that
so
playing
it's coming
on
out
the
for
Vita,
everything. It doesn't have it right now.
It made your hands cramp up like super bad. Like
you
my
gotta
hands would cramp up so bad.
You gotta hit every button on that controller, and you gotta do it fast.
Yep.
Yeah, I like.
Well,
it a
you can
lot
always
better on the PS3.
keep your hands underneath the. Well, BriarRabbit said if you put your hands underneath the cover, it's a little bit easier to play it. Keep your hands underneath
That's
the
for a
cover.
woman, not for dexterity.
Oh my god.
It helps carpal tunnel.
I got Guacamelee for PC, and I'm really enjoying it. I never thought I'd play it for that long. I played it so long that my PC froze. First time,
that game is
it got
awesome.
so overheated.
If you're into like those Metroid, Castlevania type games, that is a really damn good example.
And if you notice, when you go get all the new powers, the Metroid-like thing is holding the ball of your power, which is funny as hell.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff like that. I mean, the game has a real sense of humor, and it pulls a lot of its humor from other games, like kind of referential games. Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, did you guys have a a two-player option for PlayStation?
No, there's two
I
players.
don't think so.
Yeah, for PC. I got it for PC.
Co-op?
You could play same screen co-op. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I love that. I played with my brother. It was actually fun. Oh man, how far did you guys get?
I beat the game twice.
Yeah. How far did you get, Brian?
I can't remember. I think I got to the guy that has the Jaguar mask on, and I think he whooped my ass 3 times, and I started playing Zelda.
Why'd you stop playing Zelda then? Shit.
I don't remember why I stopped playing Zelda.
I hear from everybody that game's amazing.
Zelda, A Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds.
That game is awesome. All right, so I hate paying companies to advertise. You'll never see me wearing a T-shirt that says, Nike or Reebok or anything on it.
Chewbacca.
Whoa.
I would advertise. Yeah, there you go. So I don't like doing it because I feel like I just bought your shirt. You should be paying me to wear Reebok across my shirt, and I'm not paying you to do it.
Fuck the man.
But if a company was going to pay you for advertising their product, what company would you want it to be? And
shit.
Let's start with Not Too Nerdy because he always gets to go last.
Oh, all right. If I had a company, that would pay me. I'm trying to see. This is a good question. Like, to be honest with you, I'll rather be NVIDIA because then they might give me like some good graphics cards every single time. And I
get perks.
To be honest with you, if it's NVIDIA, I get the latest graphics card from NVIDIA.
Maybe Intel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Get one of those 8-core processors.
I think it would be NVIDIA, to be honest with you. I think that would be the best thing because then you get like the best stuff from them. And
yeah, you get the Shield. How about that new PC they were showing off? Where was it? Was that CES where they were showing off that modular PC?
Oh yeah, the one
man.
that's like different slots. So you just that's awesome, man. They know what they're doing, and
I wonder if I could turn that into a Hackintosh.
Yeah. I don't.
I think that's a good pick.
Does this question does this entail you getting free product from whoever you're advertising for?
You will be advertising for this product or this company. What the terms of that deal are, you might want to think about.
I ain't selling my soul for nobody.
What's that?
So I ain't selling my soul for nobody.
I ain't selling my
soul. I think Nintendo's saying different with that Mario guy sitting right next to y'all, Joe. Unreal Gamer, what do you got?
I think I'd pick Valve.
Valve. And why would you go with Valve?
Well, free Steam games, and then if you guys ever been to if you guys ever went to Valve Store, they saw like these cool what are they called? Like collector things, like the actual portal gun and stuff like that. Get some of those, Oh, exclusive to Half-Life 3, I can play myself. You can go anyway.
That doesn't exist.
You and your urban legends.
That's a good idea though, because I mean, if you got all the stuff on the Steam store for free, like you had some kind of a master account for that, I mean,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, what else would you need for games for ever?
Marco, just let you know, what if you get certain games that you don't have the graphics card for? Wouldn't you like NVIDIA?
Then give me a Steam box.
Trump card, bitch.
Damn. You gotta shut down that NVIDIA argument.
I got served right now.
Mine would probably be Sony, just because all their characters are badass. Like, put fucking Drake on a shirt, I'll wear the hell out of that.
Yeah.
True. That's not bad.
Oh, you like Drake? I didn't know you listen to rap.
No, I hate that kind of Drake.
Oh.
I hate that Drake. I'm talking about Nathan Drake.
That's funny.
COD-made player, who would you want to do an advertising deal with?
Trojan condoms.
Fuck no.
He had a big ass follow. That was up.
That would be an awesome shirt,
I
though.
pick Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put
Like,
Trevor on a shirt, I'd wear the fuck out of that.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you mean the energy drink, or you mean the game?
He'd be high as hell all the time.
What do you think, Beasley?
I'm gonna have to stick with 95, but for a different reason. I picked Sony because, well, like you guys didn't know that, right? I thought about it, and it's like, rather than pick a developer, why not go to the epicenter that most of the developers have to go through anyway? And that would be Sony. So representing Sony, I have access to Sony's whole video game catalog. I have access to all their consoles, and I have a free PSN account that lasts until the day I die. I don't need shit.
That's good.
That sounds pretty good. I would go with youporn.com.
Oh god.
The reason for that is because I think the T-shirts would be awesome.
Yeah. Yes, they would be.
No, I think I would go with Steve. I just liked Marco's answer. As soon as he said it, it seemed like the right idea. I mean, it's a popular product. You're not going to get hate for advertising it. It is, the freebies are going to be immense, especially with those Steam boxes coming out. I didn't even think of that when he said it, but as soon as he did, it was like, holy crap. You get Steam boxes. You get almost every free game you could possibly imagine, and you're advertising for something people already like, so you're not going to get hate for it.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Apple, Brian.
Apple, yeah, I could use some free Apple stuff. It's expensive enough.
You can get the most expensive Mac Pro.
Yeah.
You can sell
I
that
think
shit
Steam
to buy
would be a
another
better
house.
deal. I think
It
Steam
might
would
be.
be a better deal.
Well, they got the most expensive Steam box is like a few $1,000s too, right?
Yeah.
What am I gonna be? I'm gonna be like on a commercial saying I'm a Mac. I'm a Mac.
Or you
I'm an
could just,
iPod.
or it could just be a big ball of steam with your head on top and say I'm Steam.
Just have steam blowing out your ears. I don't know what the advertising campaign would be.
Where I got Steve.
All right. I have one question for everyone.
Yeah.
It's another one we could go around. I just want to know, because after PAX East, that's when like everyone starts. I know PAX Prime's gonna come up, but people like still talk about E3.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction? Everyone's prediction. What's the big game that you think is going to be E3? A game that's not announced already. What game do you think is going to be announced? So I know, Codmade, we'll start off with you. You already pretty much hinted towards what you would choose, what you think is going to be announced. So what do you think will be the next game that will be announced at E3?
I think Rockstar is going to come out and release an idea. Maybe GTA 5's coming to the next-gen consoles, or they're going to announce something else that they've been working on or going to start working on for next gen.
That's what I mean.
Either,
Like, just choose something that you think, whichever one. It could be something. If you think they're going to announce something, what do you think it will be? Or if you think it's GTA 5, just say GTA 5 will be the game that they announced.
I think GTA 5 will be the game.
Okay, cool. Beastly Gamer?
Huh? Okay.
Who are you reading?
He's over there taking a nap.
No, I was thinking. I think that the Nintendo. Hopefully, I hope Nintendo comes out with the Fusion, or at least announces it, and puts some of the speculation to rest.
No way.
I hope.
No.
I hope that some kind of news comes out from Naughty Dog about a potential, possible The Last of Us 2. Ding. I know. Hopefully, we get to see The Last Guardian from Team Eco. I wouldn't mind seeing God of War 4 for the PS4.
He's pulling out every game for you guys. You guys are gonna run out options. He's gonna
I was thinking so damn hard. I thought you that just whatever we thought. We can beat the game, huh? Because I'm thinking of everything. Shit.
Pretty soon you're gonna run out options for you guys.
My fault, guys.
All right, who's next?
You're next, BriarRabbit. Sorry.
All right, I'll go Fallout 4. I think it's been rumored. I think it might have been leaked, but I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see an announcement for Fallout 4.
All right, cool.
You buying it?
Hell yeah.
I think I'll get that too, man.
I just might get that game myself.
Fallout 3 was unbelievable.
Fallout
New
3
Vegas
is still one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. That game holds up too with mods on PC. If you're a PC gamer, a lot of people are playing that, and it still looks good.
So 9 to 5 gamers, what do you think will be the game that's announced?
Mario
Zelda and Gears.
Oh,
I think those will, Gears will probably be announced and shown at least, like maybe like a cutscene or whatever, a fucking CG image, whatever.
Yeah.
But that and Zelda will be shown.
Zelda for the Wii U?
It should be shown, yeah, hell yeah.
Was there a Zelda game that came out for the Wii U that was like on a train or something?
Skyward Sword.
It came out for Wii.
Wait, that was for the Wii.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword was for the Wii. I got that.
Wait, what did you say, BriarRabbit?
The one, there was like one on a train or something.
I think you're back on YouPorn.
Fever Dreams?
I don't know. The one on a train. Well, remember that there's a lot of games
I think he typed running a train. I don't know.
I think the games, like, they're allowed to use Zelda in the game. Nintendo announced, so maybe was it a trailer for something like that?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
There's a Dynasty Warriors coming out
with Zelda in it. So
really?
Yeah, with Link in it. I mean, sorry.
The new Sonic the Hedgehog has Zelda in it.
Yeah.
And they have that Sonic Boom game coming out too. That's made by Naughty Dog guys.
Yeah, and doesn't it have Zelda in it? I think that's the one. Yeah.
No, that's
Naughty Dog's making a Sonic game?
Two of the guys that left Naughty Dog are making Sonic. It's called Sonic Boom. It's 4-player co-op.
It's based on the new animated series. Yeah. It's the one where they changed Sonic's whole look. They gave him the little cloth around his neck like Nathan Drake. Mm-hmm. And
I just lost so much interest.
Knuckles is like 10 feet tall. He's like one of the new Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. No shit.
You can make a line chart of my interest level. Naughty Dog, Sonic, TV show.
The Unreal Gamer, even though I'm sure you're going to say Half-Life 3, but what game do you think is going to come out at E3?
Can I say Portal 3? No. I think
Portal would be dope.
Or Team Fortress 3. But I think Battlefront. Battlefront 3. They showed. I think last year they showed like a little snippet of it. Battlefront, Star Wars
Battlefront.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I think that's definitely a possibility because I feel like EA owns that and stuff like that. Also, yeah, I think that's a good possibility right there. Also, look, Beastly Gamer, when you said Naughty Dog, you hope that they do The Last of Us 2, I don't think so yet because they still have to show footage of
Uncharted.
Yep. They didn't do that yet. They still didn't show. They only show the voice, so they still have to show. That's usually Sony's method. They do like a teaser, then they show a preview, and then the next year it'll come out or something. So like I don't know. Sony
they showed that video of the map and him talking or whatever.
Way to throw salt on his game, guys. Nice job.
We can dream.
No, but that would be cool though. That would be a total twist if they did that though. That they did it later.
I'm really surprised that I already did. You just it's real quick. I come back with a smile too. Look, huh? I'm surprised nobody mentioned a possible Mass Effect.
I'm not a Mass Effect fan.
Another Mass Effect game.
Well,
you need to change that, brother.
I've played all of them, and I'm not a fan of any of them.
No.
Oh wow! I was a huge fan until the last 10 minutes of Mass Effect 3. Those guys need to
Doing
kill
everybody
themselves
Hey,
with that.
Beastly Gamer, you remember, I still didn't go up yet, but thanks for taking my answer, though.
Damn it!
I was like, the whole time, you mentioned like 4 games, he didn't mention my game, we're good. I'm waiting to go up. Oh, what's on Mass Effect? I'm like, can't wait for you to see my reaction on the bottom screen later on when you watch your video. I'm just like, did you really just say my answer?
We can edit that out, then you say Mass Effect.
I technically didn't take it. I said I'm surprised no one mentioned it.
I'm not surprised no one got a chance to mention it. No, that's cool, though. I agree with you, though. I think that would be something that it's about time they came out again. Like, more than likely they'll do that, I'm assuming. But I don't know.
BioWare.
They have, like, a lot of things going on right now, so it's up in the air if they will do it or not.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about, well, I know it's a huge fan outcry for them to do us right this time.
Mm.
I'm sorry for taking your answer. I swear there was no mind.
It's all good.
I'm really sorry about that.
Not too nerdy. Did you play Child of Light?
No,
At
I
PAX or
didn't
no?
see that. No, I heard a lot of people say good things about that.
That game's
And-
so baller.
Well, explain it, though. Like, I didn't even get a chance to see it at all, so that's why I wanted to know.
It's just an RPG game that's ran on Rayman's engine, so it's like side scroller like RPG.
Oh, okay.
But it looks amazing.
And
and
that's
it's,
also Ubisoft,
it's
right? So.
Yeah, it's kind of turn-based, like old school Final Fantasy game or Chrono Trigger or something like that.
That's cool.
It's okay, COD Maid. I see COD Maid. It's all right, brother. Hey, did any of you guys see Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Yeah, that's the
awesome.
third best movie in movie theaters right now.
Boo! It's the best
He
movie.
said it's the third best.
Yeah, instead you should go see a good action movie like The Raid 2 or a movie with a good plot like The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, that movie I heard good things about.
Grand Budapest?
Yeah.
Unbelievably good.
And everybody's in it. Like, can you put another person in that movie?
That
That'd
is
be great.
literally true. They could not actually put another person in it.
Well, see, some of you guys might not know. BriarRabbit, he also does movie reviews too on his.
The first run. Yeah, the first run we do. That's not my project, but I'm on it. We do a
podcast.
movie review podcast.
I saw a tweet about that. Like, when I was at PAX, I saw a tweet that you're saying so. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's my buddy Chris and I do that every Thursday, theoretically, and yeah, it's a good time. We go see a movie, we talk about it, and then we talk a bunch of smack about everything else that's going on.
Now, if I was to do a podcast about my experience at AMC 24 here in Mount Zion, Georgia, yesterday, I would just say this: a cup of tap water is $5
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Two hot dogs and one drink, $17. Right? And they're right across the street from a gas station. You can get it for $2. I was getting ready to be a real black man and smuggle that shit in there.
I didn't know you had to be black to do that. I think.
Yeah, I do it every time I go to the movies.
Beastly Gamer. Let me just tell you right now. I the last time when I saw Captain America, I just brought in a nice quick check sub and a soda.
A sub. I like your style.
Whole
Just
sub.
wrap that thing. Get it.
Back, bro. I didn't even care if it smelled the whole freaking like movie theater. Like, I was
Sorry,
doing that sub.
everybody. I got onions in this. My bad.
I told Kate right before we walked out the door, I said, take everything out of your purse you don't need. Okay?
You go into the movies in the summertime wearing a big ass coat, just filled with shit.
I think he has a gun. Not if I
think of
open up his coat and got sandwiches and shit everywhere.
Dude, but like, I'll tell you that's how I grew up though. My family, we were cheap as hell. Like everyone used to like bring in something different. Like someone was in charge of like all the M&Ms, someone else in charge of this. Mixing it up. We're in the movie theater, like passing all these treats around each other, bro. That's how it's done.
Up in your pocket. You just... What'd you think of Captain America?
Oh man, I really enjoyed it. I don't go to the movies too often, but when I do, I try to make sure it's something that at least is being reviewed heavily in a positive favor. I can't say I was disappointed at all. I think it was definitely the best standalone Marvel movie besides the Avengers. It had a lot of action. The story was right on point. The story was something that, on the BC Gamer I had to agree with. This shit is really going on in the world today. But the action was really good. The Winter Soldier himself and the Captain America dynamic was really good. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil anything about this movie, but it was an excellent movie, and I give it a BC score, a 10.
I think that, it's the best, like you said, best standalone. I think that it beat out, everyone else. But then again, when I look at it, I don't think it's really a standalone, because then you had, Iron Man by himself, and you had, Hulk by himself. Everyone had a movie by themselves, pretty much, and, he really didn't have it by himself, but they still managed to make Captain America look like, okay, now you understand why he was Captain America, why he's in charge of the group. Because in Avengers and stuff, you're like, why would people listen to him? Why would they follow
why
him?
the hell is he even there? Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you saw how badass he was in this movie. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, what? Where did this come from, man?
The first one was not impressive. He did not come off like a badass in the first one.
I didn't like the first one.
But everybody keeps saying how that movie is the best of the standalones, but I don't think that's really that firm competition. I think the Thor movies were completely forgettable. The first Iron Man movie was good, but that was just because Robert Downey Jr. was so good in it. Other than that, there's not a single really decent movie in the bunch.
I thought Iron Man, because Robert Downey Jr. and the comedy in it, but the way the character, he was portrayed the character pretty well. That's him.
Yeah,
that's how Tony Stark was. Yeah.
That was not a stretch for him to play the millionaire player.
So,
kind of that attitude.
To me, it was funny, but it was pretty good. Because you gotta keep in mind, Iron Man was not a character really anyone liked back in the day. If you think about it, that was not a Marvel character. It's oh, I want to be Iron Man. No, a lot of people didn't say that about
now he's the most popular one. Yeah.
Now everyone wants to be Iron Man and stuff. He's included,
Well,
yeah.
I don't think any of the Marvel movies had the kind of action in it that Captain America, the Winter Soldier had in it. The fight scenes were just fast and furious. It was like they had the fight choreographer from the Matrix in it or something. The way they were spinning around, and the Winter Soldier was shooting at him, he's ducking and blocking and punching and using the shield. It was just awesome. I loved it.
Check out YouTube videos, or if you can find any video online, or rent at The Raid, the original The Raid, which is a Taiwanese movie. They just released a sequel in America called The Raid 2. Mm-hmm. This guy is unbelievably badass.
The martial arts, right?
Yeah, Iwo. Yeah. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's next level stuff. Like the first time you saw Bruce Lee, or the first time you saw Charlie Chan.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Better than that, because that stuff's all that wire kung fu stuff. This guy is actually a bona fide badass, and it is absolutely worth checking out if you want to see a damn good action movie. There's it's a little bit long, but it is damn good.
Yeah, I love action movies like that.
Yeah. The Raid. The Raid. The first one is one of my favorites.
Subtitled?
It is subtitled, but don't worry about it. It'll keep you involved.
Yeah, that's how Ong Bak was, or Ip Man or whatever.
Yeah, Ong Bak was really good. This one.
I like the Protector. That was really good.
That was
with Tony Jaa.
Yeah.
That shit was sick. Protecting the elephants, kneeing your teeth through the back of your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Kind of a lame special move, though, wasn't it? Why didn't he just kick? Wouldn't that come with more force than the knee?
No, a tie knee is much more devastating than a kick.
But he would, if you're your knee is moving at the same rate.
Well,
if you kick,
they don't technically
you got more coming. I don't know.
They don't really knee though. They use the high shin to with the tie kick. It's really a high shin. It's right by the knee, but it's the part right below the knee. It's really one of the strongest bones right there. So I don't know. For them, they're crazy, man. People they kick bamboo and stuff to make their shin stronger.
It calcifies the shin bone.
Look.
They can kick you and break your shin in half.
I saw Bloodsport, so I consider myself a bit of an expert here.
Ask Anderson Silva how his shin is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Speaking of which, that's
Wait, I was gonna say the Protector though. Wait, you were talking about the Silva. What were you saying?
He's signing up for a fight already. They're already trying to get him to fight. He's already kicking pads and shit. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
That injury's only, what, 2 or 3 months old, right?
Yeah. No, it's like, I think 5. I think 5 months old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whoever did his surgery must be amazing. Must be the same dude that did Adrian Peterson's knee.
Yeah, right.
Got rid of AIDS for Magic Johnson?
Yeah, right.
Same guy. What were you saying now, Too Nerdy?
Yeah, I was gonna say The Protector. That's a movie where they had that one scene where he just walked up and started breaking everyone's bones. Like everybody came in, like, here it's a crack, and like it's just so funny because like it's going on for a while, and you think at some point it's gonna stop, but then like there's an endless amount of guys, and he's just breaking everyone's legs and breaking arms and stuff. I'm like, what? That is awesome.
If you guys haven't seen The Protector, man, there's this one scene where the guy Tony Jaa walks in to a spiral staircase, and he's going to the top of this building. And it's one scene, it's one take, and he looks ass literally for like 8 minutes straight. I couldn't believe it.
Is that the movie where he beats a dude with a big ass bone?
Yeah, the bone.
Yeah.
Because
there's this
Yeah,
the first Taiwanese, this guy who's a transvestite, the first Taiwanese trainee that ever became successful in Taiwan, is that lady in that movie, but it's really a dude, which isn't really hard to tell. But yeah, that's another point.
This went in a weird direction.
Because when I first watched it, I was like 25. I was like, she looks a little strange to me. It's like her jaw structure is like mine or some shit.
It's called a beard.
She has those too.
Before we end the show, I wanted to ask Not Too Nerdy about the Fire TV, the Kindle Fire TV.
Oh, yes.
How are you enjoying it? Do you have any other of those kind of streaming boxes?
I used to have the Apple TV. Got rid
You
of
used
it.
to have the Apple TV, you got rid of it.
But the reason
how
I
would
got
you
rid of
compare
it-
it to that experience?
You should have said, it's called the Xbox.
Well, first of all, I took that with me to Boston, so it's extremely handy because like when I went back to the hotel room, just connected it, and they actually had an Ethernet port there, but I tried the Wi-Fi, it worked well as well. But yeah, and I just sat there and like I was able to watch movies and stuff, which is very handy. Like I love it for the movie aspect right away, and the games are not too bad. Like the thing is though, you really can't judge on too much. There's only one game that's called Sev, and it's like a tower defense game. That game is meant for this. All the rest of the games are ported over. So in reality, you can't really judge it for
gaming. I don't think that's really its primary function.
Yeah, but you see that it does have kind of like it has potential. It doesn't overheat that much. It gets warm, but not like overheat. It actually has like the same material pretty much as the feels sort of like the PlayStation.
Is it right there in front of you right now?
Connected right now, but
what I love about this device,
wait a second, it's right here. Hold on, let me unplug it. That might help.
What's exciting about this device is that it's connected to the Amazon store, which has an awesome music, movie, and game store. But what concerns me is that I have so many of these streaming boxes already.
Say something now, Nerdy, so we can get the big picture.
All right, so if you look at this right here, this is the way it is right here. If you see my phone right here, this is like it's like same size pretty much. You know, my phone's actually a little bit bigger than this, but
it's like the size of a CD case.
Yeah, it's really it's actually a little bit smaller than a CD case. So if you look at like the PlayStation 4 disc.
Oh wow!
So it's like really small compared to that. So
and the Apple TV is smaller than that too, right?
Apple TV, I actually think it's a little bit bigger than this, and this is thinner than Apple TV. The only thing that's crazy, it weighs a good amount, though. That's the thing. It's like solid.
The thing that amazed me during your initial your video on it was how quickly everything pops up.
Oh yeah.
Like when you go to a movie, it's like instantaneous. I couldn't believe it.
And to be honest with you, I'm gonna say this, and yeah, I'm gonna say it. This picks up the voice command on this actually picks up better in the Xbox One without commands. I'm just saying it right now that you don't have to command. You just say what you're looking for. That's it, and it looks for it. That's it. So there's no like command. So if I want to look for an actor, I even show this. I just hold it down, say the actor's name, and it shows every movie that they offer with the actor in it.
On the Amazon store, though, not in like Netflix or anything.
Amazon store. They're saying they're trying to update it because they have to get a deal with Netflix to do that first. But
and it's a big database to search.
Yeah. So, well, Amazon Prime's really, it has a big database too because they charge for movies too. They charge for movies, they do everything. That's instant, as you saw it. So they can handle it. It's really not that difficult. and it's and it only listens to you when you hold the button down and you let it go. That's it. When you're done, you don't want it to listen.
I think this device is really exciting. You get Amazon Prime, which is a great service. You get all their paid content. You also get their game store. It's a little weird that they don't include their music store out of the box, but I'm sure that's going to be patched.
See,
I think the search function is awesome, and once they get that to work with like Hulu and Netflix and all that stuff, that's going to be really useful because you can say, show me License to Drive, and it'll just search, all those different services. You can pick which one you want to watch from. Yeah. And as a gaming device, imagine if they just continue to release one of these once a year, and it just gets better every year.
Because that's quad core, right?
Yeah.
It's quad core.
Yeah, it's quad core. So the thing is this though. What I'm thinking also, what if Amazon start to do what the PlayStation's doing for streaming? What if they do that? What if
that'd
they
be
stream
awesome.
And then they use that to stream with? Because they already have the service. That's the thing. Like people aren't taking consideration either, because you won't need more than quad core pretty much to stream.
And they have badass servers.
Yeah, so that's what they have the power to do that, and they might do that depending on how much people. Because if you go online, it's back ordered again. The controller, it's now pushed back to May or something like that. And every day, there's more and more people buying this stuff. I heard there's so many people who purchased this already. So the thing is, you said the Amazon Prime, that you need to have Amazon Prime to take full advantage of it. They give it to you for free for a while, but you're gonna have to pay for Amazon Prime. So that's the only thing. Like Amazon Prime now is $100, so for the whole year. So that's why some people might be turned away from that. But I think that if you do have Amazon Prime already, then
compare that to Hulu or Netflix, and you're right at about the same price, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
and you get free delivery.
Yeah, and don't forget, another thing is if you have an Android phone, I think this is completely compatible with that. There's so many things that you could use it for. You could use any Bluetooth controller too if you want to play a game with. So the PlayStation 4 works for some games, doesn't work for all the games, which is pretty cool because it didn't work at first when I tried to do it wirelessly. So I'm like, it's not going to work. But I'm like, let me just try to connect it to the USB port, and I attached to a USB port and I read it for some games. And that was it. I played it with the controller. So, it's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, if you're looking for it just for games, then it's really not meant for games alone, but it's for the movie aspect. It's perfect, I think.
I think it's a really interesting thing. Amazon, to me, is one of the most interesting companies out there. They've built a business that, defies expectations in almost every direction they go. Like, the Kindle Fire was why would anybody want that? And then once you got one in your hands, you're like, oh, this thing is actually pretty badass. You've got access to all of Amazon's content, which they have a lot of. And if you have a Prime membership anyway, you get a lot of content for free. And their music store is really good.
Yeah, everything will be linked with their Kindle Fire. Everything's will be linked together. So everything's pre-linked. You start a movie, Kindle Fire, you can continue it there. Everything is connected together, which is pretty cool. But I think this is really meant for if you already have a PlayStation 4, if you have Xbox One, a lot of people, especially people like us that film and stuff, we record and stuff, we don't want to disconnect everything and move it around. If you have an extra TV, this is perfect for you to put down an extra TV and watch your movies in that room. And I think that's what it's meant for. But I will say that the Amazon part of it works quicker, and so does Netflix, works quicker with this than it does on either PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. I don't know why there's a slight lag with their app, but this app, there's no delay. It's right to the movie.
So the Xbox One got slower after their update. I don't know what's up with that. It's like back to the 360 where you're waiting for everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a comparison of the speeds between the apps, but you'll see it's actually a pretty big difference with the speed.
Make sure you show us the Netflix differences, because even on PS4, Netflix does have a nice little bit of lag before the show or the movie actually starts.
Be careful with that one. I get content ID claimed when I showed off the movie poster that was on my Microsoft Xbox 360 dashboard.
Did you put sound on it though?
Just the dashboard sounds. There was no. It wasn't a trailer. It was just the poster.
Really? What did it say for the claim? Like,
it was claimed by the company that owned that movie. I can't remember the movie at this point. 'cause it was
They're
a year ago.
dicks.
you
That's
could
ridiculous.
actually dispute that though, because you're doing a review, and as review purpose, you're allowed to do it, especially since you're not showing any content and sound. You can actually sue them for that if you want to, but you could just, if you file that, they lose. That's one of those ones that you dispute, they lose.
I love being not too nerdy.
I'm just saying though, that automatically, that's one review purposes. That's by law. That's fair use definition right there.
Yeah,
So-
unfortunately, it's one of those things where I just don't want to fight that battle.
Remember,
Well,
you get one free
if-
dispute though.
If
Yeah.
you ever need an attorney, not too nerdy.
All right.
Yeah, while you were at PAX, man, I was so jealous. I wanted to just drive up there.
Yeah, you're the one that lives closer, man. You
I
live in
know.
Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, like, that's so much. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, PAX Prime is the one I'm looking forward to more,
Mhm.
but because I always go PAX East. I haven't been to PAX. I've been PAX Prime once, and that was a bunch of years ago. So I'm kind of excited to go there. But PAX East is a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of people there dressed up in cosplay and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
I think I have to go.
I know what you were looking at. All right. See that twinkle in his eye?
It's like, just wait for my Instagram pictures.
All right, I'm subscribing right now.
Well, damn.
All right,
Yeah, I
should we
was
call it a
real
show?
jealous. Real quick, I was real jealous when you went to PAX, man. So I played some Pac-Man. But yeah, I'm done.
All right, let's go down. Oh, what happened to Anthony?
Oh, he's been gone for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
We're busy talking.
I saw
Beasley
his-
Gamer, what are you up to this week?
Man, I haven't even decided yet, brother.
No?
You gonna put me on the spot?
I'll ask 9 to 5 Gamer first.
Okay, let me-
He said I haven't even decided yet. I'm gonna play Titanfall. I made a video earlier yesterday. I'm gonna be posting probably tonight maybe. I don't know. Maybe if I get around to it. I'm supposed to watch the movies with my wife, but we'll see.
These damn
Um,
wives, I tell you, man.
I know,
Tell me
right?
about it.
And then I'm gonna finish up my Fez. I should have like one more gameplay, and then I should be finished that game. So
Hey, I wanted to ask you about Fez. I haven't, in all honesty, I haven't kept up with your Fez Let's Play because I'm
busy as hell. Yeah, I got you.
he's about to say I'm BriarRabbit. Go ahead.
because I'm getting married.
Yeah, he said, bitch, get on my level.
But what I heard about that game when it was coming out was that you almost had to go consult the internet to solve the puzzles. Is that true?
Some of them, like for instance, I was doing a walkthrough earlier, like in the week, and I was gonna post it, but then I was like, I spent probably damn near 45 minutes on a puzzle, and then I finally figured it out. I was like, I'm gonna redo this. I was like, forget it, I'll just redo it, and then I'll go back.
Were you
and put the puzzle
commentating over
together.
that? Because that's actually, I like when you're commentating and you're kind of off the cuff talking.
I try to just play as I commentate, like, but sometimes it's like I can't do it because I'd be
You gotta
sitting there for an
concentrate,
hour and
yeah.
a half trying to freaking figure something out.
It's like trying to play Scrabble while you're having a conversation about math.
Yeah.
That's
All right, I look forward to watching it. I haven't kept up, but I look forward to watching it. What else you got coming
Good
up?
luck, man. That sounds good though, Fez. I saw your videos, man. That's
That
challenging.
game looks
Fez.
fun as hell, man.
That game
Yeah,
is
that's
awesome.
coming out-
That game is awesome.
That's coming out for the Vita too, right?
It's already out. It
Yeah,
came
it's
out
out.
the
It
same
is out.
day. If you buy it, you get it on all platforms. You get it on
Oh, it's
PS3,
cross-buy.
Vita. Yeah, you get it on everything.
I think that is an awesome deal that Sony runs. I wish that Nintendo would do the same thing.
And
I
then
know what I'm gonna be doing now, but I'll say it after you get through this.
ADD is hell. I know what I'm doing now. Squirrel. No, I'm gonna probably start my either Resident Evil 4 or I'm not sure if Child of Light comes out. When does Child of Light come out?
I don't know.
Google.
I thought it was. I thought no, yeah, good.
That
good
might,
call.
I think
thought
that's
it was
coming
supposed to be
out this week.
Yeah, and if it comes
Yeah.
out this week, I'll also start that. I'm not gonna do a playthrough. I'm just gonna use some footage from that.
You know what I want to come out? I'm sorry to keep dragging this on.
No, you're
But
good.
you know what I want to come out is some good like multiplayer cooperative games, like something
Yeah,
like
yep. Destiny.
you know, yeah.
April 30th.
I'm really looking forward to. What's April 30th?
That's when
Wait.
Child of. Okay, cool.
Resistance was really good at that. Resistance had a great co-op campaign.
Let's talk about the latest one, 6 or whatever it is.
Resistance, the last one was 3.
Oh, whatever. 12, 14, 6, whatever.
Unreal Gamer, what do you got coming up this week?
I played all of them too. That's sad.
Well, I'm not sure what I'm gonna play. I'm getting Call of Duty in the mail on Monday, so tomorrow. So I'll probably play some PlayStation 4 Call of Duty.
All right.
And whatever PlayStation 4 game I want to get now. But I wanted to ask one question. There was that thing that PlayStation 4 is coming out with. It's something like you can play PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2 games.
PlayStation Now.
Yeah, there's a beta of that running now. I don't know if anybody who's in that
crap!
beta
I
is
forgot
available
to
to
check
talk.
the email to see if I got it back in the code yet.
I don't know if you're able to. I think that's an NDA kind of thing too.
It hasn't started for a lot of people.
Oh, it hasn't?
Like you got the invite, but it hasn't started.
Oh, okay.
Because I have so many games to catch up on. I haven't got PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, so I can play all the games that I want on there. So I might just play some games.
This shit is unreal, son.
How about you, Nazi Nerdy? What do you got coming up this week? I know you got your Sunday vlog that we can watch right after the show.
Yeah, that's one thing, the vlog, but I have a lot of catching up to do because I didn't know The Wolf Among Us Episode 3 came out on Wednesday, so I got to do all the bad choices. That'll be up there tomorrow.
Oh,
Then,
did it convenience you going to PAX? I'm so sorry.
We'll let everybody know to release games around your lifestyle.
I mean, like, seriously, come on, guys. And then I'm also at the paper trail. I'm behind 2 weeks now, so I'm going to have to do all that. That'll be up on Tuesday, so get ready to get working with videos.
How long does that go for, the paper trail?
They're not that long. It'll probably take me, like, for both weeks combined, maybe hour and a half.
Yeah, but like, how long are they going to continue that?
I think they got another 3 more weeks. I think it was
really?
6 weeks total they're doing that. Plus, I think that's why I think like after that third week, or like 3 weeks from now, they're probably going to release a DLC or announce a DLC for the game.
Because that's a cool thing that they kind of like once a week you get to play a little bit more content. I think that's really cool.
I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to give us a new power. Because they're hinting like they're going to give us a new power. And if they do, that'll be pretty cool. They give us a power, and then that's what's going to be part of the story mode.
What power do you want?
No, the power right now is like this origami person. That's who you're chasing. Like, she has like different trails, like paper trail. Like,
if they give you a new power in the DLC, what would you want?
I don't even know. Like, I want to be invisible. That's what I want to. Oh wait, they did that already. The TV, the TV let you be invisible.
Yeah, video.
I don't know, man. Like I
How about liquid power?
Liquid?
Yeah, like coffee.
I
Burn the hell out of somebody. Turn
everybody into super
Power of
hyperactive.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Water. I want to be like water, liquid.
Yeah, like a liquid power. That'd be
Hey,
fun.
wow. You would be able to use water, but you wouldn't be able to swim. That's what they would do with that game. Like, how does that make sense?
Dude, they did that for every Infamous games. I don't understand that. Why none of them
No.
are water? Cole at least made sense. He's electricity. You know what I mean? But still, like, come on, man. But
Can't even take a step. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, what else you got coming up?
Wednesday, hopefully Warframe Wednesday. Warframe servers is back up, and I can announce whatever news is there. And just that's it. I'm waiting for a remote control. I have 2, a Nikon controller coming in, and also the Amazon controller coming in next week.
What's the
There's 2.
Nikon
The
controller?
Nikon is another one that Amazon, like they made an Amazon Fire TV controller too.
Oh,
So
okay.
they made
Nikon,
one-
the camera company?
No, Nikon, or what's it, Nico, or what's the other one? The one-
NYKO?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nikon.
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Nikon.
Nico, all right.
NYKO.
That company made one specifically for the Amazon Fire TV, so I'm just gonna compare both, and whichever I like the best, I'll keep. But
Nice. Those kind of videos I especially love, because if I'm trying to decide between spending $30 on one thing or another thing, I always consult YouTube right away.
yeah, the Amazon one's $40. This one's $19.99, so it's $20. It's half the price.
Half
So
price.
that's
And I've
why-
heard the Amazon controller is not awesome.
Yeah, so that's why, like, if this is better and it's $20 cheaper and it only costs $20, like, it's probably worth it. So that's why I want to test it out for people.
That's awesome. I like your Warframe Wednesdays.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All
Very
right,
informative.
I'm finished. I'm sorry.
That's it?
Yeah.
Blacker. Beastly Gamer, what are you up to?
Call of Duty all week.
All week? Call of Duty?
Man, I don't know what it is, man. Especially since we played yesterday.
You got the
these last few days. That's what I've been playing, Call of Duty, and I want to just challenge myself and just get better because I used to be so good in Black Ops 2. I just completely just demolish anybody who was in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a long time for me to kind of start feeling myself in Ghosts, and now I'm at the point where I'm feeling myself, you know? So I think I want to continue to do that until I aspire to be as great as I was in Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Kate, we got to do our Beauty and the Beast episode tonight, and I'll let Nova do her review. She wants to do her next review probably tomorrow. But
what's she gonna review?
She wants to review that. I let her pick out something out of the game shrine.
Doesn't matter. She can review like butter or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
She's reviewing that Neo Geo Pocket Color. I just pulled out some handhelds, and she grabbed the Game Boy Advance Micro first, then she grabbed that one. So I'll let her review that one probably tomorrow.
Best video ever. Make her review Bacon and say it sucks, and everybody's gonna get on that bandwagon. Bacon, nah, overrated.
No one knows best. Why Bacon sucks? All right.
I am like you. I'm going to be doing a video with Jan, my fiance. We've got it all planned out. We haven't recorded yet. I think we'll record it tonight after Game of Thrones, which I'm really excited about. I am also playing a lot of Titanfall. I don't think I'll be posting any more Xbox 360 footage because, you know, if you're going to watch a video, you might as well watch the Xbox One version.
Yeah, the best quality.
I got a couple of videos kind of ready to go that just need the commentary put over them. And I got a late weekend update that I didn't get around to recording on Friday because I think I was meeting with the cake guy. I can't remember who I was meeting with, but I'm planning a wedding, so the videos are a little less frequent than they used to be. And
I want you to UPS me a slice of that cake.
What's that?
I want you to FedEx me a slice of that cake.
Dude, you want to hear the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? Do you know that they're charging us a cake cutting fee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Depending on the venue where you get married, it can cost $1 to $3 per slice.
Per slice.
Yeah. So if you have 100 guests, you're looking at $300 for somebody to cut the fucking cake.
Oh God! You know what you need to do? Go inside Pizza Hut, talk to one of the guys who work there, ask them what they make, and tell them you'll double it per hour.
You know what we did?
They're good at slicing, okay?
You know what we did? We bought cupcakes.
Yep, that's what we did.
Fuck you.
We bought a cake for us to cup.
I bought cupcakes, motherfucker!
Yep.
Yeah! Marionette, bitch!
Cut and then get everybody else cupcakes.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to pay for them to hand out the cupcakes.
It's $1 per cupcake.
Brian, I'm about to rage on this bitch.
Those cupcakes don't hand out themselves now. Come on now.
Maybe I'll leave them outside.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm up to. I think we should end it here. What do you guys think? Did I miss anybody? I got everybody, right?
Oh, COD Made Player is going to be trolling all week.
Trolling all week?
Yes.
Making some hilarious videos with his wife and hopefully playing with us.
Yeah, COD Made, and any of you guys will now, Unreal, you got the PS4. When you get Call of Duty, you're going to have to join us, brother. Join us. Join us.
Yeah, you know what I want to do is I want to play some more Mercenary. What is it called?
Mercenary Kings.
Yeah, I want to play some more of that. That was fun last Sunday.
It's good getting free games for a chance.
Welcome to the other side of the fence, brother.
I got 2 free games. I was like, whoa. It was that, oh man. The one that's like kind of like Space Invaders, but on like a horizontal kind of way. You played it like on
Resogun.
Oh, Resogun. Yeah, that game is fun.
I haven't get a chance to play it, but yeah, I got 2 free games. I was like, oh my god, first time. So yeah, I'm gonna play some of it.
That's a nice feature too, because if you bring that home and you buy like one game, you almost automatically get like 2 or 3 more.
Exactly, yeah. And it's $10 more. It's $10 cheaper than Xbox Live. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, PlayStation gives you free games, $10 less, and then you go pay $60, and then they give you nothing. I haven't got anything free.
Wow, Sony got him. Just wheel him in, Sony. Wheel him in.
So vulnerable.
Can't argue with the facts.
I think Beastly's been like texting him, hey man, you know, things are pretty good over here.
Look,
blue, man.
Beastly, look at his room too. Like it's slowly changing blue. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
He had some
See,
green.
I'm on the blue sofa now.
I got a Sony logo on my forehead.
Look at his room though. It's green in the background. It's slowly turning blue though. I like that. I like that. On Real Gamer.
It's just a sliver of green. You see it? The green slowly dissipating.
Believe it or not, that right there, that